into some things. I hope you're ready, cause this is what I do. It's all about different perspectives in here. Where you gon' get the real, no BS in here. We keep it real as we can. You can tell your truth and feel comfortable here. These reactions, videos and lives, these reactions. She's about to put on a show. These reactions, just to let you know, like, share, subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Keep it real, keep it these reactions. What you gon' do? DeeDee's reactions. We about to go live. Subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Welcome to the show. Everybody is Dee. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into some things. I hope you're ready, cause this is what I do. It's all about different perspectives in here. Where you gon' get the real, no BS in here. We keep it real as we can. You can tell your truth and feel comfortable here. These reactions, videos and lives, these reactions. She's about to put on a show. These reactions, just to let you know, like, share, subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Keep it real, keep it these reactions. What you gon' do? DeeDee's reactions. We about to go live. Subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
Hey, what up, YouTube? It's your girl Dee Dee. Welcome back to another live stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Listen, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me perfectly fine. 1 in the chat if you can hear me perfectly fine. And as you come into the building, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. We want to make sure that we have the likes. However many people we have in here, we want to make sure we have the same amount of likes if we could, y'all. So make sure you go ahead and hit that like button when you come in. That way, you know, we can keep the likes up. So make sure you guys are doing that as you come into the building. Shout it out to everybody watching, everybody in here, everybody who supports the channel in any way, shape, or form. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. So I am back. I know I said the last video was going to be last, but since I started this, I got to finish it. I just want to respond and give my 2 cents on Corey Holcomb finally responding to Anton Daniels. Shout out to Anton Daniels. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. Listen, I have much respect for both of these men and what they do, because they do put in the work. They're both highly successful. And I just wanted to stress that, because people get it twisted. It's not a personal thing. I don't know these people. It's not a personal thing, but it's just in the realm of the business that we're all in. So, you know, I just want to get my 2 cents on what Corey had to say, because it was a lot, as you guys probably already know. Y'all have already, you know, seen the Corey clips and the Corey videos. So I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm about to talk about, and you know what you're about to see. But I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it, and also play Anton's response as well. And I have the audio for Anton of what he had to say, and I want to give my thoughts on that as well. Once again, it's no shade or to any of these men. It's just my opinion. That's what we're here to do, give our opinions. And that's just all it is. So I just don't want people to take it personally and take it as it's something else, especially from me, because it's just my opinion, right? And so that's what I'm doing. So make sure you give your opinions in the chat. Make sure you chime in the chat as well. I want to hear your thoughts on it. What do you think about what Anton had to say? What do you think about what Corey had to say? Because, you know, a lot of people felt Corey just took it too far, you know, by introducing family and children. And I want to get your thoughts, and I'm definitely going to give you my perspective on it. Make sure as you come into the building, you hit the like button, Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. So we're going to get into the whole thing. I'm going to play a bit of Corey's response to what Anton had been saying, and the whole situation, which I thought was, it didn't need to happen, y'all. Of course, I would have loved to see these men have a conversation without it taking it that far, but it is what it is. You can't take it back. You know what I'm saying? You can't, it is what it is. So you just move forward. So, yeah, I want to give my thoughts on it. Make sure you chime in the chat. Also, if you want to support the channel via Super Chat or Cash App, make sure you do that. I have the links to the Cash App pinned to the top of the video if you want to support in that way. But also, if you want to support via Super Chat and get your questions or your responses read, make sure you go ahead and support in that way. At least a $5 Super Chat to support the channel, you guys. That will definitely help the channel out. So make sure you are supporting in that way, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Yeah, because this was a lot, and I waited because I wanted to make sure, you know, I did, you know, just listen to what they had to say, what Corey had to say, because everybody was waiting for that, and listen to Anton's response. I didn't just want to jump on it, but I'm definitely, after this, I'm definitely done with this whole thing because I think it's just a hot mess, and we need to do better, but it is what it is. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the video.
Black people, do you claim black people? I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first.
Now I sped it up a little bit because this was 2 hours and something long, so I ain't gonna sit on this. So I sped it up a little bit, edited a little bit because yeah, it was kind of long. But let's get into it. Here we go. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button as you come into the building. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. All right. Here we go.
I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first. Black people, do you claim black people? I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first. Black people, do you claim black people? What it do? What it do? Let me tell y'all something right now. Hold on. Yo, we on Corey Holcomb 5150 show, and you already know Corey Holcomb, Darlene OG Ortiz, Greg Fax.
Hey, dog.
Man, listen, y'all. We gonna talk a little shit about whatever the fuck for a little while, but we really got a show. We really got lives. We really be doing things. We ain't looking for no internet moment and trying to run with it and perpetrating cap and all that sucker shit. We only talk about the facts. Now, hold on. What video is ready? Y'all got the one with dude talking about dick sucking on somebody else's show? Play that. Just play that. For women.
I don't know what it means to be gay for women. I don't know what it means to be gay for women.
He has a point. He has a point. Okay, crash now. Put your seatbelt on, I guess.
If you can explain that to me, then I can answer your question.
It means that you're the gay best friend.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well,
if I'm the gay best friend, that's fine.
So we can stop name calling and we can just get back to the subject.
you did it
I didn't
first.
call you name. I said you had on a cape.
And I said you had on a gay.
What the does that mean? And for me to be gay, I have to a man. I've never a man.
I don't know that.
I don't know you have the man, nigga.
I would bet on you before me.
I'm retarded.
That's fine. That's fine. And you.
All right. Anyway, I don't know if we saw the part where he did the same thing on somebody else's show with the dick sucker shit. Really? I don't know if we saw. He did, and then said you called me a name, and the dude didn't call him a name. I think this is a routine of that guy.
Yeah.
I think that I didn't do the research on that man to be prepared, or I wouldn't even had him on because he was ass kissing on the phone.
Yeah,
like dead ass. He wasn't. He got in touch with somebody, and somebody gave me his number, and he was talking like he had some sense.
Right.
And when he came on here, he ran his routine that he's run a few times on people, and you know, that's cool. But sex playing a man. Can we just start out with that? There's cameras all over me. How many? Have we missed a Tuesday, Darlene?
No.
Even when the city was burning down, we was up in this. Yeah,
They had to tell us to get
yeah, real shit.
Hey man, listen, man. We ain't missed a Tuesday. Do you know if you fight on YouTube, they give you at least a 30-day suspension?
Right.
His plan
Somebody being married to
almost worked. His plan almost worked. Now, because we ain't got all day for this sucker ass nigga. Because he'll never be in my face again. Everything he say is for the net. You got away. You got away with that. But listen, it was some people talking about somebody ain't a real nigga or a street nigga. What is the definition of a street nigga? I really want to know. Does anybody know what a street nigga is?
I mean, it's a few. I mean, it's supposed to be a code of conduct in the streets. Like in Cali, the code of conduct is somebody call you out for a fair one. You're supposed to take the fair one. But that's bullshit, man. We got too much to lose,
I
man.
get where Corey's coming from with that. You're right. It's like, who's to say who's what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Is it because you grew up in a neighborhood, or were you affiliated with gang? Are you in a gang? I mean, what's the exact definition? Again, that's subjective, but
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think people interpret, everybody interprets what we do differently. You know what I'm saying? Because who you are and what you represent, you stand on a lot of stuff. You say a lot of controversial stuff. So people who don't understand the intellectual capacity of your message, they equate it to something that they understand it at their level. So they think that when Corey's a fighter, he gonna fight whenever. It's like, nah, that ain't what this is about. This is
You see me fighting?
no, but that's how they process it.
It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah,
thing
'cause
all the time on the internet.
that's how they
Someone's
process
always
it.
gonna say something.
Like me, anytime I get angry, they say I'm being a tough guy, or I'm trying to be hard, or they'll call me a bully. I am not no bully. I never bully nobody. But if I raise my voice a little bit or get a little bit aggressive, they just take it in a way like that. You know, I don't mean it. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you ain't cutting me off. I'm just trying to make sure, because I know what happened.
Yeah.
Now, this is what the internet has done. The internet has created an AI video where different outcomes and different ways it happened was shown. They've edited the truth. Hey, do we have what happened? Play that. Yeah, when you get ready, let me know. See, it's people who have edited the video to make the video look like he stood up to me and all. I was like, what is this? When I saw some of the edited videos, I was like, they cold with this AI, boy. I seen a video where I beat his ass.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's wild.
Oh,
Oh yeah, by the way, futon. My homie said, don't call that nigga that, call that nigga futon.
well, that's hilarious. Instead of saying his name.
Oh, futon. Okay.
Hey, futon, thanks for not beating me up, man. Thank you.
I call him the evil whining. That's ZZ whining. That's the only whining that can't sing. He's beatboxing whining.
Thanks for not beating me up, man. I really appreciate you, man. Hey, I thought I would have videos ready when the show started, but that's not what happened. Ain't nothing I can do. So can we just play the one you sent me, where we'll just take the time out to do this one, because I want people to have a copy of the video, how it really happened, and not the AI video people are putting out there and making it seem like he showed man tendencies. This is bad that none of the videos are ready. I mean, like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to hire a producer so we can have this stuff done from now on, because I can't do this like this, man. The videos, I don't know how to get the. Okay, fuck the videos. Anyway, so the man came at me with sex play. I'm not talking to everybody, because everybody might not even understand what sex play is. That's the bird. That's when you talking that backdooria to a man. The man came at me with sex play, and I tried to warn him. I tried to tell him, you can't play with me like that. So I'm realizing the camera's on me. It's a lot on the line. It's a lot on the line. But he's trying to act like he a man. I bet my life and safety he wasn't a man when I asked D to move and basically sat in his lap. Because if you walk up on a man like that, you could get your eye poked out. You can get sucker punched. You can get all kinds of things done. Look, I would never walk up on a man like I walked up on dude. I knew he was bumping his gums. I knew nothing was going to happen how I walked up on him. But except for like when you arguing with a female. Because that's all he did was yap after he backed up. Because when I first sat down, I was right up on him. Then after that, he kept yapping. A little bit after that, because I kept telling him, I don't do that dick sucking shit. He kept yapping. So I'm like, all right, say I suck dick again. He folded. That was my out. That was my out. I was like, this is all smoke and mirrors after this. Because I don't know why people who understand life couldn't see. The man was too scared to take his glasses off. He was froze. He just was yapping, like when you arguing with your girlfriend. The man, look, we're not talking no hypotheticals. I ain't gonna say what I would have did. I heard the man said I was shaking. Okay, if I was shaking, I bet you didn't say that sex play to me again. So I ain't no tough guy. I ain't got time for that. I had production in Vegas this week where I was on stage joking and singing. I'm the entertainer. But he has mastered a wickedly brilliant way to get people to clickbait what he's doing. And
now I'm gonna pause it there. And I want to know your thoughts on that. You know, and I already kind of, excuse my voice, y'all. I don't know. Every time around this year, I start getting a cold. The weather is changing out here. It's just crazy. But anyway, I spoke on this initially, and I will say this. And like I said, shout out to both of these men. I don't have no issue with any of them. I'm just giving my opinion. That's it. What I see, what I think. That's it. You could take it for what it is. I will say, you know, you can't, and there are videos all over social media. People are pulling videos out of Anton saying certain things to people, different interactions. I mean, yeah, somebody mentioned the Fleece Johnson. Was it Fleece? I don't know if it was his name, Fleece Johnson. I'm familiar. I've seen Fleece before. That video of him and the interaction with him and Fleece is popping up all over social media, where he laughing at this man, calling him cute. Now, everybody is different. I will say, this is not an attack, but what I'm saying is every man is different. I said this before and I'll say it again. Not too many men that I know would allow another man to call them cute and play in their face like that. Now, I'm not saying you had to jump on a man and beat him down to the ground, but you would at least check it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that you're secretly a homosexual. It's just certain men don't play like that. And you have to respect people's boundaries. But in that case, it was funny to Anton laughed it off, whatever. Okay, cool. It is what it is. But some men, don't take that lightly. Some men just don't play like that. And you got to respect that. And you can't always assume, oh, they're gay because they have boundaries. We talk about boundaries all the time, where people have certain boundaries that you, and on top of that, if you let the person know what your boundaries are, then you should respect them. That's all I'm saying. Just like if I tell you now, if you don't know, you don't know, because there's certain things you could do with certain people that you can't do with other people, right? But if somebody tells you, hey, I don't, that, and it goes back to when Corey said with what's his name? He don't like you calling the N-word. Well, you if you respect that person, but see, it boils down to if you respect that person. If you respect that person, then you respect their boundaries. If you don't respect that person, then you don't care about their boundaries. And when you hear people say, I don't give a F about this and I don't give a F about that, they may not have respect for you, so they don't respect your boundaries. Because people they do have respect for, you'll see a different interaction. But to be honest, and from what I've seen on social media, there are other interactions. Now they're posting the interactions, a lot of Antons. I mean, they posted the video of him out here asking people for hugs. Did y'all see that? I saw that. I had never seen any of this before. The only videos that I have ever seen, I've seen Anton's, shout out to his wife, much respect to her. I've seen videos of his wife, because there's a lady on here who posts about that every day. It's all over her channel. I've seen videos of his wife talking. I've seen his wife on their show, on the Lapeef show and stuff like that. So I've seen that video of her talking about him. So that's been circulating around social media for a minute now. But I had never seen these videos of I think I did see a clip or something of the fleece one, but I didn't see it all. But the fleece video, this video of him on the street asking people for hugs, paying for hugs. This video of this interaction with him and this white guy. This white guy was going off on him or whatever, and he was rather calm. He wasn't talking like he was talking to Anton. I mean, to Corey. It was the man was not very nice to him, and he was very calm in that altercation. But this one, he definitely wasn't talking the way he's talking to Corey Holcomb. So it's a difference. So maybe it's different strokes for different folks. I don't know. I'm just going off of what I see. And so, and then also, the way Anton responds to people on his panels and things like that, and the things he say to them is kind of in line with, him, what he said to Corey, but it's just that Corey find that disrespectful, which to me, I think most men would find that disrespectful. And another thing too, people are saying you can't compare him saying you kiss the white people ass and then him responding saying you suck D for the black people. I don't know. To me, it just comes off a little different, y'all. I gotta be honest with y'all. I gotta be honest. It comes off a little different. I'm just saying. That's just my feelings. Women, we be in our feelings, but that's just how I feel. I feel like it's a difference between, because I've heard people say this all the time, men and women. Oh, you kissing ass, or you know what I mean? You kissing his ass, or you kissing her ass. I've heard people say that, and that's a little bit more tolerable than somebody saying sucking D, telling another man that he's sucking another man. You know what I mean? It's man on man. But when you say kiss ass, it's like some men don't mind kissing a woman's ass. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? I think people understand. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say one is better than the other, but I just think people, for some reason, tolerate the kissing A part more than you telling another man you sucking D. Like that, everybody's not going to take that the same. Everybody is not going to take that the same. So that's something I would kind of like, you know what I'm saying, stray away from saying that to people, because you don't know, somebody might, You don't know how people gonna handle that or how people gonna respond to that. So you might not, you gotta kind of certain things you just shouldn't say to other folks. You know what I mean? And if somebody say something to you that you deem disrespectful, because everything is not disrespectful to everybody, but if you say something to another person that they deem disrespectful, then it would make sense to say, you know what, my bad. I didn't know that. I apologize. I won't do that again. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's a way to handle it. Because you don't know what people's boundaries are, and I don't think by you doing that, that makes that person by a person saying, hey, you crossed the line. I don't play that. I don't do that kind of stuff. Or I don't talk like that. I don't think that makes them weak. I don't think it makes them weak. I don't think it makes them in their feelings, because I've heard that too. Oh, you're in your feelings, or you're just emotional. Telling one man telling another man you're in your feelings, you're emotional. Why are you so triggered? But then turn around and be triggered by somebody saying something similar to you. I would like to think if a person is masculine and not easily triggered and is not offended by much, that ass kicking ass kissing comment would not have made a big impact. If you're the masculine one and you're the one who is so in control of yourself and not easily offended and not emotional and not in your feelings, then that comment wouldn't have triggered you. That's just how I'm seeing as I have actually seen, like I said, shout out to Anton. I've actually seen Anton say that to people on this panel. Why y'all in your feelings? Why are you so emotional? I've seen him say all kind of things. I've definitely heard him, and he even talk about people running in the victim Olympics, because I thought it was hilarious when I first heard it. When I first heard it, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna use that, because there are people who always want to be perpetual victims. I'm like, damn, when I first heard him say, I'm like, child, that could apply to a lot of people. So I thought it was hilarious when I first heard him say people running an Olympic victim, however he said, victim Olympics. I thought that was hilarious. And then something else he says too, which I thought a lot of things that he said make a lot of sense and in certain situations and were hilarious to me. And I'm like, damn. But then in some cases, I don't agree with certain things, because now that I've paid attention a little bit more and I'm watching things, it's almost like a contradiction. It's like you can put it out there, but then when it's put back, it's a big problem, in my opinion. That's how I see it. Anyway, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's just how I'm looking at it and interpreting it. You could do, because I said before, some of the things that he's mad at Corey about is very similar to some of the things he's done to some of the guys on his very own panel, and they've called him out on it. And I think that was part of the video that they played with the Quentin and the other guy. And so, this is why I say you can't be all self-absorbed and all in yourself, because you don't see yourself a lot of times. You gotta see what you do and make sure that you are not, doing the very same things that you speak out against. Let's continue. Hit the like button, y'all.
It's a very dangerous way to live. It's a dangerous way to live, because the things he did during this week, he really played himself, because he has nothing else to do but talk crazy and act like he's doing this and act like he's doing that. Homie, thanks for not beating me up. That's all I got to say. Thanks for not beating me up, dude. All right.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't happen too, because that 30-day ban, then the only place they would have been able to go hear about it really was at his, on his page, really.
Whatever would have happened, it would have happened if he was man enough to stick to his conviction of what he came here for. His conviction of what he came here for was to try and catch me off of my square. And, I'm gonna tell him and any advocate of him, and of course the people that root for what we're doing up here, I'm gonna tell you this. Why don't you think what he did worked?
I mean, it's a few reasons.
Why didn't it work? What he tried to do, why don't you think it worked? Greg, I would love to hear what you got to say about that.
Well, here's the thing, right? First of all, because we're comedians, so we think abstract. So we don't hear words the same way everybody else hears words. We don't experience situations in the same way. So what he took advantage of initially was you were coming from an honest place. You were really trying to have an honest intellectual dialogue.
They said I disrespected him when I said he was kissing white people's ass, and he was exactly kissing white people's ass. And to this day, he still has never said nothing about the contribution the Caucasian male has made to the downfall of this nation.
Right.
And he said, I'm not going into that.
Right.
He said it, and people forget about that. They forget that he never answered that question.
Right.
I'm sitting up here asking questions. This man coming to me with some dick sucking shit.
Right.
I'm glad that he didn't have courage to say it when I stood on it. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I didn't have to call the lawyer in the morning and take that retainer over there. And I don't expect everybody to understand that. There's a lot of people ain't never had to give a lawyer $10,000 at one time. But that's what they start at. If you really want a chance to be heard in the courtroom.
But when he say he studied you, he knows this. Like, we comedians, we got egos as far as like we're used to people sitting down and listening to what the fuck we got to say. So his strategy was to invalidate you. So no matter what you would have said, he was going to disregard it because he knew that would get you in a space. Like, nigga, what? So you.
But no, what get me in a space is if you start sex playing me.
Right.
Because I wasn't there until I didn't stop. Like, fuck what we talking about. Hey, nigga, I don't do that dick sucking shit. I don't play like that. I don't know people who play like that. I'm talking about, it ain't nowhere where I'm from. I've never seen whole shit like that before. I never saw nobody do nothing like that before.
But in the debate world, it's called baiting, opposition. The whole purpose of it is to invalidate your credibility.
So in debate world, or whatever you want to call it,
debate.
I guarantee you this, the debate will stop if you tell a man brought up in ghetto America who don't move like that anything about dick sucking. The debate is out the window.
Yeah, and I think too, and I said this before, when Anton said he studied him, I figured there was an agenda there. And another thing too, as Corey spoke out about, Anton reached out to be on the show. It's not like Corey just went and sought him out to be on the show. No, Anton reached out to be on the show. So there was definitely an agenda. Now, whether he just wanted to be on the show to go debate him or whatever, he reached out. He reached out to people so that he could be on the show. Corey didn't like see his platform and say, "Oh, I want him on the show." He reached out to be on the show. So, because people were saying, because that's why I was wondering too, why they don't seem to have be on the same page with what they talk about and how they operate. Why would he want him on the show? On the show, like maybe he just wanted, but no. So Anton reached out to be on the show. Let's continue.
It's what's up,
Right?
What's up?
You know what it reminds me of? Remember when Dennis Rodman was in the league and he was dressing crazy, and I forget who it was. I think it was Alonzo Mourning, and he kept slapping his ass, and Alonzo was like, kind of mad, and he was yelling from the side like, "You a sick man! You a sick man!" Because Dennis Rodman knew, okay, this is his limit, and this is my limit. My limit on this particular thing is a little further. So let me try to take him in deep waters. He was just trying to take you in deep. But you caught it though, so it didn't work.
Yes.
But Dennis Rodman also was in front of cameras.
Right.
This is what we have to make sure is understood. Some people, when they're in front of cameras, they understand this is basically court gear.
Right.
This is court gear.
Yeah.
It's proof of what happened. I can't respect all that in front of the camera stuff.
No.
I respect the work you put in elsewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
But he don't want your respect.
He ain't gotta have my respect, but I'm just saying, if you want, look, I am not ashamed of my masculinity. All my young guys out there who watching this, they're gonna try to make you think something's wrong with you if you have a line that a batty boy cannot cross. If you have a line where you like, don't play with my sexuality like that, they're gonna make it seem like you're hateful or you're something. You're not hateful, you are a man. You built like that. You're supposed to fold it up as much as you can in this crazy world. But if somebody is testing your manhood like that, man, I'm telling you, man, I don't care how well composed you are. We still animals.
All day.
Don't play with mine, whoever you are. So some people want to say, well, that's all somebody got to do to set you out. I guess. I ain't from that world. Where I'm from, people don't go there with you.
Right. But he had the whole.
And I said that too. I've never seen anything like it. Much worse has happened to people when they've been disrespected. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I say social media is social media. Being outside is different. Being outside with dudes who don't play that is much, much, much different. You ain't no, let's take it outside. They already outside. Certain people, this is why certain dudes don't hang with certain dudes. Like, if you peep that a dude is kind of like, not in the realm of, it's a reason why I would say straight laced guys don't really hang in the hood too much. Why do you think that is? And hood dudes ain't really going to the suburbs like that. Why? Because it's two different groups of men. It's a different mindset. A lot of the dudes that come from the hood, they stay there because that's where, they know they operate a certain way. And the way they operate in the hood, they can't go to the suburbs operating that way because it's going to be a problem. You can't really deal with men who have that you know what I'm saying, suburban lifestyle, which I'm not even there's nothing wrong with being, trust me, it ain't fun being from the hood. That's all I want to clarify that, because people be having bad understanding, but it's not a privilege and a thing to brag about to be from the hood. I'm just specifying the differences. Dudes from the hood are a certain way. Dudes who are not, who were raised with their two parents in the suburbs and they've been raised right, they're going to move a certain way. Dudes who've been raised with their mamas, single mama household, out there selling drugs, doing dirt and in them streets, they've gained a different set of skills. And a lot of them have chips on their shoulders. They don't really know how to communicate well. They really, really have been in the trenches and really been doing some wild stuff in that life. They come off across a little different. And that's what I'm not saying Anton or Corey is that way. I'm just saying, like, if this was a street, like on the streets, you ain't nobody. And I think that's what Corey is saying. Hey, you can't just be saying this to anybody, because it'd be a totally different situation. I think he's just speaking from a street perspective of guys who will not tolerate that. And then as a man who's saying, I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't want to be associated with that. Why not respect that? And I don't think Anton respected that, because I do think Anton is smart. I think Anton is a really smart dude. I think he's very calculating. I think he knows what he was doing. And even up until his responses after this, he knows what he's doing. And we're going to get to that. I think he's very wise. He has a certain way about doing things. He far from dumb. But I just think this was a bad thing to do. But I mean, he benefited from it. And if that was his goal, he definitely benefited from it. But all this could have been avoided. I mean, if he studied Corey, then Corey say some wild shit. He said some wild stuff and he's unapologetic about it. He said some crazy stuff. So anything could come out of Corey's mouth. On top of that, he make jokes about it. So he's a comedian. He has that aspect. So why would you, and y'all not even seeming like y'all on the same page. So it wasn't like it was a debate where y'all set up with a moderator and all of that. All this could have been avoided. It's just like Anton had an agenda. He wanted to get on that show for whatever reason. And he did it. Let's continue.
Play set up, man. I was okay. Another thing he depended on, which was error in logic, is called false equivalency. He understands how we was raised, the era we was raised in. He really did study. He understands, the type of environment we came from. So he knows that people are going to take whatever they see and equate it to something, because they're not going to have enough understanding of what's going on to make an appropriate decision. So he knows that there's going to be some false equivalency. People going to think this happened and this didn't happen. And it's nothing. Anybody that's thinking, that has a logical mind, knows the play. They laugh at it.
I can't give credit for shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what you studied. When I was in your grill, you did not say it. That's why I told you to move. I'm like, oh, I'm finna bust this motherfucker. This motherfucker think I'm joking? And I kept getting him out. So I don't care what somebody say. It's the glasses. When you wear glasses, people think you smart. But I think the people that think people that wear glasses are smart are the dumbest people in the world. They put a man on TV, Dr. Fauci. This man had on glasses. Everybody thought he knew what he was talking about, and they did what he said. He gone with the money and everything. But the motherfuckers like me who was looking at Dr. Fauci like, man, fuck that motherfucker. We always the ones who can treat us like we don't know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. You can't come to me with no script about you got to do this if you want to survive. When I've been surviving out here without doing what they say ever since I was probably in 5th grade, and I realized I ain't fucking with what these people talking about. About 5th, 6th grade, that's when I realized, oh, this all sucker shit. Yeah. So motherfuckers with glasses can fool you. I studied. You didn't study me, because when I got up on you, you failed the test. And you fail it every time if a man in your face. I know it. It was broken down in a lot of ways. Only thing I didn't like when people was like, if you woke up on me, I don't walk up on men. But if you're not a man, I'll walk up on you. So if you're speaking up like somebody did something wrong, it's because you got inadequacies. Because I ain't walk up on you. I walk up on that peon. And we'll walk up on him again, but I know I'll never see him again face to face. I ain't gonna never see him.
No.
We asked why his plan didn't work. You know why his plan didn't work? And I've told y'all before. I'm a chosen soldier of God. His plan didn't work. He thought he was going to get me. It didn't work. He didn't have the courage to make his plan work. All he had to do when I was right there say I suck dick again. He didn't have the courage to follow through with his plan. I got bitches with more courage than him. I got a bitch who was talking to me crazy. Shut your bitch ass up, Corey. I was like, hey, don't say that. Shut your bitch. I said, say bitch ass again. She said, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. And after we wiped her lip off from what was dripping out of her, he was fucking again. And I told her, I can't really be around you no more because I can't control you. You crazy. You really are who you say you are. That motherfucker, if you a man, you know he's not who he says he is. Now, somebody else got something to say about that kick ass nigga. Go ahead.
No, shit, here we go.
Okay, I want to talk about the situation with the bro that he was with because she wanted to make herself known. Somebody else was chasing attention. She wanted to make herself known. When I said, get your ass and your bitch up out of here, I didn't say no names because I didn't even know who that was. I was stabbing at that nigga. If you really smart, you know that. You with the bro, get your bitch up out of here. I'm stabbing at the nigga. I'm trying to bring some courage out that nigga and make him stop doing all that talking. So, the bro who was with him, what's her name?
Don't know her name, but we got the video.
Play the video if you got it. Can you play the video? Let's make her famous.
How long?
Now, 2 weeks ago, I was told that I was going to go on the 5150 show. And I was excited. All right? I was excited about going on the 5150 show. Now, it's Tuesday. I got on the plane to go from DC to LA. I got to the 5150 studios at about 8 p.m. Pacific time. I met Corey Holcomb. I was introduced to him. He shook my hand. Then about, I want to say 5 minutes before the actual show started, I was told, I can't go on the show. I said, okay, cool. Then I was told that I could sit on the set, but I have to sit on camera. I said, okay.
Now, the worst thing you can do is open your mouth around me. I'm going to be able to decipher who you are. Young lady, as soon as you ride on the lot, it's cameras. As soon as you ride on the lot, it's cameras. I'm gonna put you on the spot right now, D.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. You saw them get out the car, right?
Yeah, I was in my car still.
What did you observe when they get out the car about their energy together?
It was interesting for sure because, you know, to me, if you're walking up on somebody new, you freely introduce the whole crew.
Right.
And I walked right up to him. He said, oh, Miss Darlene or Miss D, whatever he said, gave me a handshake, what have you. Said, I'm not a handshaker, I'm a hugger. So we hugged. I introduced myself to the security guard. She was already walking towards the door. And it's not like he stopped her to say, and I thought, to me, I don't know. That's just very strange where it's like,
The
well,
fact that she got out the car and just ran right inside and wasn't with him.
Well, she wasn't near him, yeah, but she was walking more towards the door with them. So I don't know. I just find that very odd because, okay. And then when I came in, I wanted to go up to her and introduce, and I had already heard the stuff going on because Phil had made it clear. He said, hey, because he said, I don't know how that happened. Phil knows, but that where he mentioned something about the seats or a seat or something about her being on the show.
Hey, Phil, I ain't expecting.
Now, what do y'all think about that part? Like, her not introducing herself to D and she just went into the building. Did she not want to introduce herself? I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. Like, did she not want to introduce herself or what or was she just, I don't get that part. I mean, I guess what D is saying, you know, she thought maybe he would introduce her or she would introduce herself. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe she just was excited to get in the building. I don't know. But let's continue.
You to say this. What happened with, because you told me.
He made it.
You told me when I walked in the door and I was looking like this pussy motherfucker might not be on the show.
He didn't ask. Yeah. You said,
What happened with him?
He said something about her being on the show. And I said, did you talk to Corey about that? And he was like, no. So I told him that's probably not going to happen.
yeah,
man.
he did. He said,
Can they hear Phil?
Corey rarely puts anybody on the show, period. So.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I want to make sure everybody know what happened. Because the bro said he had told her she was going to be on the show 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So if she got any common sense, she should know this a cake ass nigga. If she got any common sense, she should know, oh, you a fuck boy. You told me I was plugged to be on the show. Because I believe he told her that. I believe he thought he had bargaining chips with a nigga. He didn't have no bargaining chips. No, she can't come on this. I don't know nothing about that. Just like he faked, like when he was on the phone. I told you, I come to do your podcast in person and woo, but right after the show, he on there with Gucci Yup them on the phone. Some Zoom shit.
no, you mean where he said he doesn't really go on other people's shows.
Right.
Physically. Not
yeah. He said he's got to come. But he right on the show with
What? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he was on the show with Yuck and Gooch, and I forgot the other brother name. But you know, guys who be up at the Coin Academy. I'm like, I thought he said he didn't do that. Yeah. But back on the bro. So it was really sitting in my head. I'm like, oh, this is bitch. Because I know how that shit go. Except, what was that clip we played in the beginning of the show? Yeah. Play it again.
Was 20,000 or 25,000 people alive?
Yeah, 25,000 people in that chat. Jesus. Lord.
Yeah, we can't do this like this too much longer, man. This can't be done. There's got to be a producer over there. It's destroying the point. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
What I'm trying to say is this, man. The man claimed Christianity over everything. And Darlene, did you hear me when I said, I think it was before the show started, I said to him, well, the fact that you married is one of the reasons I brought you on here. Because you brag on being married.
Right, I remember that. And then somebody else in the room asked him something about his wife as well. So it was on.
Oh, I guess you could play it. Black people, do you think black people?
I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first.
Boy, you use your paper to fuck bitches you would normally never be around. You ugly ass boy. You ugly ass boy. You brag on having no children out of wedlock. You got a picture of his daughter? I'm a dirtbag. You got a picture of his daughter?
That nigga got pictures.
This motherfucker brag on not having no children out of wedlock. What happened to you? It crashed. That's the broad. Y'all can get the broad out. That's his daughter. This man said he ain't got no children out of wedlock. Nigga.
That's Kumo's daughter.
That's who?
That Kumo daughter.
That's the air up there, nigga. Look, nigga, let me tell you something. Don't make no more kids, nigga. That bitch gonna be buying pussy like you after a while.
Okay. Now this where it took a turn. This is what I do not. Now I have to say that was a low blow. Yeah, I didn't. I had to blur his daughter's face out because I don't think you should. I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I have children. I wouldn't want my children exposed and talked about in that way. So I just think that the child is innocent. I even think the wife should be off limits, but especially the child. I think that was a low blow to go for the child. And the things he said about that child, I definitely don't condone that. I think that was a low blow now, and he didn't care. He did not care. I guess he said, if you're going to go low, I'm going to go lower. Yeah, I don't condone that at all. I have children. I would not want somebody exposing my child and talking about my child in that way. So yeah, but there's a but. And that's unfortunate for Anton and his family that he went that low. He went that low, but here's the but. And I feel for his daughter and his wife, because when you mess with people's kids, the children should be off limits. I do agree with that. I do agree children should be off limits. Let me make that clear. I agree. Because once again, people act like they have bad understanding. I agree. I have children. I agree children should be off limits. That's something I would never do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it to you because it's about you, not the children, not the child. But I'm not Corey, and neither is anybody else. And you can't control or predict what somebody else is going to do. Somebody might go low, I might go higher. In his case, somebody go low, he go lower. He don't care. Clearly, he does not care. But I will say this though too, and we're gonna get into Anton's response because this kind of goes in line with that. This is why you have to be cautious and careful of who you're dealing with and how you look. Many could argue that, him posting his daughter up there was foul. I will say that was foul. But like I said, when you trigger somebody, you can't predict how they're gonna respond. You just can't. You could not agree with it. But what I think Corey was doing was pulling Anton's hand. He was pulling his cards. He's trying. He did he went there. He took it there because we all know you don't mess with nobody's family. You don't go for their kids and stuff like that because that's when it could get real crazy. And I think what he did there, he tried to force his hand by saying, I'm going to disrespect you in the worst way possible by going at your child, which is horrible. That child shouldn't be drugged into that. But everybody knows that when you do that, okay, now something, if you really about it, then I really done pulled your cards to see what you going to do. Because this is, if both of them saying they ain't no street dudes and they ain't this and they ain't no, but everybody's saying, okay, when he called you, what he called you or what he said to you, why didn't you hit him? And he basically explained, look, I got a lot to lose here. I got shit on the line. I ain't gonna go there. And then he didn't say it back. Some people are like, why didn't you just hit him? To me, if Corey would have hit Anton up front, that would have played right into Anton's hands. Anton would have had the leverage for sure. The fact that he didn't, then then he like pulled Anton's hand again. Say it again. He didn't say it again. He actually apologized. So okay, leave that alone. Abandon. You can, there's okay. He didn't do it. So okay, one didn't do something. The other one didn't do something. They both didn't react, which is probably best for both of them because they got a lot on the line. This is the ultimate disrespect, though, to talk about. And the way he's talked about that man's daughter, that was super disrespectful. But to me, that's his way of saying, nah, I done did this. What you gonna do? He pulled his cards in a major way. And most times when this happens, it usually is some consequences. People have been in shootouts behind stuff like this. But I don't think that's going to happen. But that's what, in my opinion, Corey did, was pulled his hand in this major way. Like, damn, I done totally disrespected you. Now what you going to do? Let's show all that tough talk. Because that's what they're saying to each other. Tough talk. Oh, you tough talk. Oh, you ain't going to bust a grape. Oh, you tough talk. And you ain't going to do nothing. They're doing the same thing to each other. But this took it there. Like, nah, damn, I said this. Now what you going to do? And then he goes on to say, you know where I'm at. So if that ain't calling him out, I don't know what calling him out is. And I'm not surprised by it because I've seen it before. So after that, everybody's looking like, now what you gonna do? Because, Anton did a few videos, said, man, basically he'll beat the dog shit out of him and he'll do this and he'll do that. We hadn't heard nothing from Corey until now. So now this was the ultimate disrespect to you, right to you, like took it deep into your family, which is, I've seen this type of shit before. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've seen it before. So I'm not shocked by it, but that's what that is. So, and everybody's so focused on, oh my God, he shouldn't have did that, which I agree. You shouldn't have, his daughter shouldn't have been involved, but this is what my husband would call men gully niggas. That's how my husband said. That ain't my term. My husband was like, there's some gully niggas out there. Cause he knows some gully niggas like who don't give a shit about, they ain't on social media. So that, but I'm just saying, where they don't give a shit about nothing nobody's saying. They don't give a shit about nothing. They don't care about nothing. When the line is crossed with them, they don't care about all this other stuff. But that's something else. Russell Red 9893. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, how you doing, DeeDee? They both was wrong, my opinion, but Anton played tough that whole week, saying he would whoop Corey. Plus Anton hang with Charleston White, who talk about kids and deceased. And you say you grin you in. Okay, I mean, I hear what you're saying. Thank you so much for the super chat, Russell. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Make sure you guys are supporting via super chat or Cash App, y'all. Please support in that way, you guys. That definitely helps the channel. Thank you, Russell Red 9893. I appreciate you once again. But yeah, he was saying a lot of stuff. He was, like, damn, he was saying Corey was shaking and he was saying, look at my knuckles and stuff. I saw the videos and that's what he do. He like, that's what I do. That's what we do. Like, basically I guess it's insinuating you fight. Okay. So thank you once again, Russell Red. I appreciate you. So now Corey then went beyond the scope. Everybody should know that this is beyond. You don't go to kids and wives. You don't do that. This is a no-no, especially in the hood. You don't do that because there are dire consequences behind that. So what Corey is doing, pulling his hand. He's saying, nah, that's what he said. Nigga, I done called you. I done talked about, I done did the the ultimate disrespect to you, what you gonna do? That's what he doing. That's all he doing. And it's unfortunate when that happens. But that's, that's a play in, like from the hood. That's not what you do. You supposed to keep it on the dude. You don't go to they mamas, they girl, they kids, because that's how people end up, you know what I'm saying, in worse situations. That's just my take on that. But let's continue.
If you don't know, nigga, don't ever brag on no motherfucking what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you, nigga. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years, you was a scammer, nigga. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the screen. Get dude off the screen, man. Who the fuck is that, nigga? This motherfucker got. I'm the captain now. Look, let me tell you something. Don't make no more daughters, dog. You got to make it where your shit come out with a boy, so he can make excuses for him. But you ain't got no kids out of wedlock because ain't no bitches fucking with you. He was on the internet bragging, I always got a bad bitch with me. No, you pay a bitch to be with you, nigga. You ain't no nigga who got bitches. You buy bitches like the little bitch you had with you, goddammit, who motherfucking made that story sound like she wanted to sound. I got to town Tuesday. Did you get to town Tuesday? Or was you in Vegas with him? I don't know. Did you get to town Tuesday, really? So you let that man lie to you, bring you up here, talking about you on the show, and you ain't mad at that nigga? I seen you on that show when he said something about dick sucking to the other dude. You know what kind of nigga that is. Sister, let me tell you something. If you're trying to get on.
Now, I will say, listen, if I was told that I was going to be on the show to promote my brand or whatever, and I was all excited about it and I got there, I would be pissed too. For this to happen, I would be mad too. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, what? Why you just tell me like what you was doing? Because I would just want to know, like, wait a minute. So, just be honest. Tell me the truth. Don't set me up because now she's all in this mess when she didn't have to be, Anton could have just went to the show himself and left her out of it, and nobody would be talking about her. She wouldn't even, it wouldn't have even involved her. So yeah, I would have been pissed. I ain't gonna lie, I would have been mad. Like, wait a minute. So you get me way out here, and I wasn't really supposed to be on this. You're like, what the hell? Now she's dragged into a budget. I would have been mad too. Let's continue.
Come get it on your back like the women who really moving up in the world. You can get on the show, but there's other things that got to be got on. That's all I'm saying. This is show business. You got to do what you got to do. You doing it, it's just you doing it with a lane. That motherfucker spent you, told you, yeah, I'm gonna put you on the show. That nigga ain't got no power up here. He ain't got nothing to do. The only power he had was to run his mouth. That's all he did. Run his mouth. When a man challenged him, he backed down. So if you want to be on the show, because I heard you say, I went to Corey Holcomb show out in DC and he was funny and all that shit. Shout it, you can earn it fucking with me. You ain't gonna make no baby that look like that. You little short girl though. You gonna give me a little small little runt, nigga. But I hit bitches like that. Dude hit bitches like that because he flat out bought her. I'm gonna indirectly buy you. Everybody who I buy hate me later because they be like, he ain't really give me shit. Don't be lying talking about you came out here to do the show. You came out here to kick it with that big old ham sandwich because you know that motherfucker gonna trick off real good with you. The show, you probably was disappointed because you ain't get on the show. That's because I didn't know you and you was with dude. You see what the show at? Meet me outside one day and say, Corey, I'm trying to earn something. We good. We good. You got the clip with his wife? Play the clip with that mark ass nigga wife. By the way, if I get under your skin, you know where I'm at, homie. You know where I'm at. Play the clip with his wife. This is the funniest shit.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Times it can be hard and sad and difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities, and so you have to be a certain type of woman to deal with. Anton is very emotional. He doesn't communicate effectively. I don't think that he has killed anybody before. I think he's before. I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person when he's angry. He's like,
What?
Now she said he's very emotional. He's like a different person. He has multiple personalities. He blacks out. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. That's interesting. Like why? I mean, oh my God. Like in this video, I've seen it. There's like I said, there's this lady on YouTube. She plays all those videos. I'm thinking that's probably where they got it from. Was it San? I don't know how San Christian. I hope I'm saying it right. So now Anton a victim. Yeah, right. Corey did nothing wrong. We got to get these anti-black sambos up out FBA business. Oh, and Mika was lying. Oh, wow. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Please hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. We got to get the likes up. Let's continue, y'all.
All right. Now, she look like she'll be like, fuck it, I'll be with this little fat nigga. Baby, you ain't got to be worried about that nigga temper tantrums and all that shit like that. Come fuck with a real nigga. If y'all in Detroit, it's real niggas in Detroit. God damn it. They could come pick you up at his house. He ain't gonna do shit.
Oh my God. Let's see. I want to shout out. What's that? Trinity Life. Thank you. Shout out to you, says DeeDee. Miss your Happy New Year too, and you and the hubby and the kids. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Let's continue.
You with a mark ass nigga who's stressing you out. Cause you saw it. I know you saw it, ma'am. When I said to your husband, I'm doing slow motion a little bit. Say I suck dick again. That nigga let your whole family down and bitched out. Y'all done. You will never live that moment down where he got punked in front of the nation.
Oh my God.
You think you're supposed to fix it because you're married to him. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I can't put you out front with my top 5 bitches, but I'll find you a slot just because you his wife.
This is crazy.
Come fuck with a real nigga. You know you can't stay with that nigga. His best years are over. What if you'd have had a boy? God damn, you'd have had a little slouchy little boy. You had a daughter. At least somebody will smash her. This motherfucker, them nights when them other bitches ain't answering the phone, they gonna call your daughter. Meanwhile, you be over here with me, goddamn it. I got a bitch with some colder wigs than that you had on. Well, that wig you got on, that's a starter kit wig. I got some bitches who do hair so good. Boy, I'll make that bitch 8. I'll make that bitch 8, nigga. That bitch, what? Let me tell you something. I can make people think she look good. But yeah, your husband a straight mark ass nigga. I sat in his lap, the nigga wouldn't even swing. I said, say it again, the nigga wouldn't swing. You can't fix that, baby. He can't be hiring people when he get in town, whatever town he go to, having strangers watching his back. That's the best way to get robbed. The man said, I got more money than Corey. Wait, you just marked yourself, nigga. And whoever is in security, you know they don't fuck with him for real. Big shout out to dude who was hired to watch his back when he got to town. I sincerely mean this. You was a professional. You didn't come over here and act like you was trying to break up the fight and escalate nothing. To the dude who was here with him who had to get stuck taking that cake ass nigga home. Hey man, I know that money is hard, man. You gotta get that paper. But you did a good job, man. You did good. I'm glad you didn't try to interrupt with it. But back on this nigga and his family. The pain lives on, Ton. Full time. The pain lives on. I'm seeing what you was working with before you had money. It makes sense. Now I'm seeing who you paying to be around you. The bitch really was dissing you in that tape. She didn't stand on nothing with you on that tape. Because she knows she embarrassed to be with you. What's the bitch? I mean, Mika, right? Hey, Mika. Go on, hook up with Anton wife and let me show y'all what Christianity is really about. The work of the Lord is here for you. Hey, full time, don't nobody want you, man. You a fat, goofy motherfucker who act like you about something. You ain't about nothing. You crashed out all week and everything you said, you motherfucker shot yourself in the foot. And if I said something to shoot myself in the foot since I started doing this show tonight, guess what? You ain't say what you need to say when you was in my face. Remember that. What you needed to say, you folded. But thank you for folding. Now, what else we got to talk about, goddamn? Cake ass nigga. Sitting up here with an ugly bitch at home and a bald bitch out here in the street that won't even stand on shit with him. So goof ass out there.
Man.
All I know is that I got so many phone calls from people saying, ooh, did Craig really pull up? I was like, what? Yeah, oof. I was like, oh, shut up. Like all these girls call like, oh my God, did Craig really pull up? I was like, you know what?
Man, you might got some pussy for that.
Oh, he probably
You look like you was tough to the motherfucker.
Oh, man. Hey, man. I ain't no crashing out type nigga, man, but you know what I'm saying?
Have I missed the battle?
Yeah, man.
On that movie, what was that? Gladiator? What happened? Have I missed the battle?
Hey, he a clever dude, though. He was.
This was crazy, y'all. Overall, this was crazy. I mean, I wish they could have avoided it, but it's it's all over social media. Everybody is talking about it. People are talking about it, doing think pieces. It just doesn't make. I'm still trying to figure out why Anton was on his show when they clearly adamantly disagree with talking points. They don't agree whatsoever. They're at odds. So it's not like it was going to be a great conversation anyway, because people are going to get in their feelings and they're not going to like what the other was saying. And it's going to be a shouting match anyway. I mean, so why? Hell, that's like me going on a Cynthia G's show. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I'm not trying to argue with you. I ain't trying to change your mind. You believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe. I'm not trying to debate with you for what? I don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what it wouldn't make any sense when we totally are opposite in our beliefs. I don't see what the point would be for me to go over there and tell you how I believe and why I think you're wrong, and you gonna tell me why you think I'm wrong. We already know we don't agree. I'm just saying from her talk. I've never met her or anything, but I'm saying it wouldn't make any sense. We know it's gonna bump heads. It's like why even put yourself through that? You know, unless there's a benefit. And the only reason, in my opinion, you would do something like that if you know you're gonna benefit from it. And in this case, we do see the benefit of it. Because we're talking about it. Everybody is talking about it. They probably made a lot of money off of this. So yeah, both of them, and especially Anton, because Anton gonna milk it. He milking it for what it is, you know. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that at all. Get your, you know, I'm not mad at it. That's what you're here for, you know. So I'm not mad at you making the money off of it. I'm just saying, like, so that's why I say there was an agenda to push an agenda so that they could, you know, everybody talking about it. Everybody gonna make something off of it, but you know, so maybe that was the bigger picture. But I don't know if he could have known that it was going to take this route, that he was going to end up involving his family in it. I don't think he knew that. I don't think he anticipated that part of it. You know what I mean? Let's continue.
I ain't gonna say it, man. He's a retarded motherfucker, man.
Hey man, look, man, I'm right here, dog. I done put your family on blast, nigga. Your wife don't even fuck with you. Your bitch don't fuck with you. Ain't none of them stand on shit with you, homie.
He not a fighter though. He'll poison her. That's the type of nigga to put cyanide in your oatmeal.
Well, he said he was a fighter. He said he'll beat my ass.
Oh, yeah.
Now I just gave you another reason to beat my ass. I put your husband's wife on blast.
That nigga gonna put some anthrax in the mail. That's how he gonna try it.
That's that bitch off Django. What you want over there?
That nigga gonna hire a hitman and then fuck the hitman. Like, hold on, I'm about to get hitman. I'm a hitman. You gonna hire a get hitman.
You want to get hit?
Yeah, that's the next shirt. Darlene, get out the way.
Hey, Darlene, get out the way.
But politics is a whole different thing, man.
What is politics, though? I don't know.
Man, you know, politics, that's what they do. They bait each other. If you watch like some of the presidential shit, them motherfuckers be saying foul.
Well, I'm like Will Ferrell in that movie. I'm gonna fuck his wife.
Yeah, that is.
Well, they'll say all that stuff in politics, but they still don't take care of the root of the problem.
Right.
You know
Wait,
what I'm saying?
did somebody say in a real debate they'll fuck his wife?
No, but niggas have said some foul shit.
Like what?
I can't think of nothing. I got to do research. But no, I'm saying Trump was saying shit that's never been said.
Don't go head up with Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
What did she say?
good. When she checked homegirl, this is actually a saying now. The thing about when she called a girl out on the panel when she was like, bad built, blonde hair, but everybody built bitch or whatever. It's like a long saying. Have you seen that one? You've seen that one?
Oh,
I don't know.
but I just got to give my people something different than just a whole bunch of sucker shit. Like, okay, this is the clip for what happened, and then I do a show that lasts like up to 2 hours, so I can make longer clips.
Right.
I don't know what I'm not part of the manipulation game. I know how to get money in other ways. I don't do that. I do it where I can look in the mirror and be straight up. So everybody who think I'm missing something, okay, I might be missing something.
No, you ain't missing nothing, bro.
I left this motherfucker and got ready for my show in Vegas. I had a show in Vegas Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to let no-name podcasters who really keep saying my name, because my name was said on Shay Shay, I heard.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I heard Shay Shay say my name.
Did he? Well, yeah. They put out an interview with him and Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it all the way through.
But-
Have you seen it?
I watched it.
Okay, y'all.
Somebody who ain't shit. It's very hard to get the people to pay their hard-earned dollar to go see you. It's going to show itself. You
Gotcha.
about me.
Who?
The nigga who you just said.
Okay, Ryan. Okay.
No, not Ryan.
Who?
The nigga when I hurt my wrist, he thought that
Oh, yeah.
made his day.
Yeah, bro.
Had nothing to do with him. It ain't.
I mean, I would have checked him for sure. I mean, I don't even mind it, yes, man, because if you really do your research on me, it nullifies all that. I'm 10 albums in, hundreds of thousands of records pushed independently. I got sitcom, I got all type of shit I done put my money up for. So I'm not even worried about what another man thinks. Shit works in
And
season.
on top of that, it's the manhood to count anyway. Craig,
Right, yeah.
if me and you had any type of disagreement,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm running up in your face.
No.
Because you want me to tell you why?
Right.
You a man.
Right. And we have had
And I know what happened when you clashed with a man.
Right.
You think if me and Nail had a problem, I'm going to run up on Nail?
Right.
Nail is a man. Nail ain't finna take it like old boy did.
Right.
Divine Photos, thank you for the super chat, says, in a street fight, anything goes. Like on the Boondocks, a ninja moment never ends, even if you think you won. Lesson, don't treat reality like the chat room. I 100% agree, Divine Photos. I agree. That's just how it is. You can't, it's a major difference. Thank you, Divine Photos. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat, and I appreciate your commentary. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Please hit the like button, y'all. We're going to move past this because I want to get to Anton's response. And I just got the audio of Anton. But
Now, hey,
I can't. Yeah, but at the same time, though, Nail is familiar with you, so he also would choose his words.
Nail is familiar with me, but look, check this out. You saw how we showed a video of dude doing this before? He did it to somebody else. Have you ever seen Naomi conduct himself like that?
No.
Come on, man. People show you who they are. Have you ever seen me tell somebody you a dick sucker?
No.
Have you ever seen? Look, this man denounced my people in my face,
Right.
and my people was taking up for him. You think I didn't notice that?
Right.
He denounced black people in my face, and I still was able to keep it cool.
Right.
But sex play, that get me up out my seat.
Right. Right.
It's clear.
So all of the black people who taking up for him, I wish you better with yourself, because he really ain't even supposed to be able to walk the streets where we at. If you really want to know the truth. But I ain't worried about that. I ain't sending nobody his way or nothing. I'm just saying, because he sent people his way himself.
Yeah.
Up here talking about I was up on your shit. Man, I ain't never said this before in my life. He was bragging about being up here.
Right.
I never said this before, but I'm going to say this for the first time, because I moved out here in 2000. I've been here 25 years. First 30 years I was in Chicago, but I've been here 25 years. I think I earned the right to say this. He talking about how he ran up on this LA, homie. You think you got pass to come back here after saying that? Homie, I know these boys out here. These boys out here operate in chaos. It ain't supposed to make sense. That's how they do it out here. I found that out when I moved out here.
But that's what I'm saying too. And he's talking about dudes from LA, but I mean, dudes from where I'm from are the same. They don't. That's why I said that it's chaotic. He used chaos. They don't give a shit about what you think. They don't care about what you think is right or wrong. Whatever. When the line is crossed with them, everything goes out the window. Everything is fair. They don't give a shit. That's what I'm saying. It's the difference, the way certain people think, certain men think. You know what I'm saying? And I've been privy to it. I am not a man. And, I'm not trying to get in the way of no fight. I've never fought a man. I ain't trying to fight no man, never, ever. You know what I'm saying? It's just, but I'm just saying, being around those types of guys, you see stuff. You learn, you learn, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some dudes who are foul and they don't give a damn. They just don't. They don't. They're going to do what they're going to do, and they're going to dare you to say something about it. But this is not the social media type of people. They're not. These people they're rarely on social media. Now, you might find somebody who's been, what's the word? I was about to say renewed. What's the word I'm looking for? Not renewed, but what's the word I'm looking for? When you've been in them streets and then you gotten out of it. What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? There's some dudes who have changed and they're not about that life, but it's still in them. And there's certain things they won't tolerate, and they don't really deal with, social media on a mass level, because it just is not their world. They're not used to that. Because if somebody, how people be in the comments saying all kind of crazy stuff about people, they'll be out here trying to find you, because they're not used to people talking shit behind a computer screen, or behind a avatar. They're not used to that. They're used to being able to put hands on you. You know what I'm saying? They're used to face-to-face combat. They don't know how to deal with people talking shit on and running, or talking shit because what they call them, keyboard gangsters. They're not used to that. A lot of the people who who move in that way, they're not good with social media. It's from my experience. They're like, nah, I can't F with it. That's how they talk. I can't F with social media. They can't do it because one of them niggas be to say something. They'll be got somebody to find your address. I'm just saying. Like, that's why I say everybody is different. Everybody's not on the same type of time. You can't just do that with everybody. And you can't assume, and I said this too, everybody saying, oh, even Corey was like, I'm not a gangster, and Anton, I'm not, y'all not that. Neither one, but it doesn't mean sometimes you don't have to be. It's the people in your background, the gangsters in the background, that have your back that you got to watch out for. That's all I'm saying. That's why you got to know who you're dealing with. And if you're going to study somebody, you need to study them fully to know. You need to study the people around them. You need to study the influencers that are associated with them, the support that they got, and all, because that'll tell you a lot about what you should be. But in general, you shouldn't be trying to do that. If somebody disrespect you, if you disrespect somebody, you get disrespect back. But it's sometimes the way you do it. Because I'm pretty sure and I'm just assuming, I ain't pretty sure, I'm assuming that when Corey said you kiss white people ass, then if he said, well, you kiss they ass, I really don't think that would have came off the same as the D sucking comment. I think he would have, because he gave exactly to him what he gave back. Now once again, you can't tell somebody how to respond when you trigger them and they respond and it triggers you. You can't really tell them what to say in response. But if somebody tell you, hey, I don't do that, I ain't with that. Hey, I ain't on that. I'm not with that. Don't say that. Then you know it, or they tell you, hey, that's a trigger for me because I don't do. Then that's where you should be able to respect that, and you could tell them back, well, look, don't come at me sideways. You told me I don't kiss ass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all can't resolve that, you should just let him just go, because it's never gonna be right. Y'all was gonna crash out either way. You know what I mean? Just this ain't a fit. We can't come to some type of understanding. Well, that person just got to go. That's all I would say. Reformed. Thank you. Reformed. That's where. Thank you, Courtney Smith. Thank you. Because my brain be going dead. Like I can't even remember stuff sometimes, child. That's old age setting in, child. Oh my God. Thank you. Reformed. Yes. Yeah, there's some people who are reformed criminals, reformed crazy people. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, and but even they can't handle, you know what I mean? And yeah, and I think a lot of those people have problems. Don't get me wrong. I think a lot of these people who are crazy like that, I'm speaking of, rehabilitated, yeah, all of that. These people are crazy. These aren't the most sane people. That's why I say you got to be careful who you're talking to, what you're saying, because they could appear to be calm and cool as long as you respecting them and you ain't crossing the line, they be good people. But something switch. When that switch happens, baby, they go off. They go for what they know. And what they know is not always pleasant, because these people are like ticking time bombs. I'm not saying it's a great way to be, once again, but it ain't a great way to be, but we got to accept that is how some people are. And you just never know who's that ticking time bomb. This is why I say don't mess with people. Shit. Don't mess with people. Look, if you out here doing that, be ready to back it up. Be for real, you can back it up, because sometimes people ain't gonna play with you. They're not gonna talk to you. They're not gonna reason with you. They're gonna do what they know to do. I saw this video. I don't remember, because I saw this video of this guy who was used to be in prison, I guess, and he got out. He explained it to the T. I don't know who this channel was, y'all. I would have to go look. I should have saved it. This guy, he was sitting in the camera, and I think he had been to prison, and he was what I'm saying, he was basically explaining it to the T. He talked about how when he got out of jail, he went to a family gathering and he started beating up his uncle or something. And he had to get out of that mentality, because like, damn, because he had been trained a certain way to think about how he respond if somebody, do something that is just, it is like they're wired that way and they don't waste no time. And he was beating on his uncle, and he had to stop and say, damn, okay, wait, this don't apply to him. Like, that's what I'm saying. You don't know what people have gone through. You don't know their triggers. And if you were fortunate enough to have somebody tell you your triggers, why not just respect that? That's what I'm saying. You have to respect the person, though. If you don't respect the person, then you don't care about them telling you. And that's when it could really go left. Soldier 251, thank you for the super chat, says, on Cart Before the Horse channel, Truth Over Lies show last night, there was a caller that called in and said that he knew Anton personally, having 2 wives, and broke it down in detail last night. 2 wives? Ooh. Oh my God. What? Okay. I never heard that. All right. Thanks for the information. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. 2 wives. I know he said he had another apartment or something. They showed he had a second place to stay or something like that. So I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, baby. That's crazy. Let's continue.
I was like, well, why and this one dude, when I did this movie, I forgot his name. I think his name was Big Slice. OG nigga from out here, ain't no joke. He was explaining it to me. He said, that's how we do it out here. We operate in chaos.
Man.
Chaos. So I'm just telling you, you think you got me, homie, you did more than me. This building was built off the backs of brothers who got it in the streets of LA. And you came up here disrespecting and bragging on it. If you knew who walked through these doors and went up them stairs to smoke with the people who founded this place, you wouldn't have did that. But I'll let the streets show you. You can't perpetrate like you tough on the video and not get them motherfuckers gonna come see what you about, homie. I know they are. I don't know nothing about it. I just know these niggas out here done done some shit where I'm like, well, and they be like, that's how we do it. It's chaos.
Straight out, yeah.
So good luck to you, Lane. Good luck to you, Lane. Somebody said Corey, your blood now.
You are.
They sound like a blood tugboat captain.
That's actually flyer than the other person that said you look like a music soul child.
Oh, shit. I can see out my eyes.
The cap, I think.
But anyway, yeah, on the internet, talking like you saw people talk in movies and stuff like that. The fat boy Whitlock said, I'm a jailbird.
That's some wild shit. I really got
He played an AI video on his thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't even what happened.
Yeah.
He said I was a jailbird. Or the jail mentality or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I do to represent myself like that? I think you don't like me because you never fucked a bitch at work.
Right.
They write laws for real player ass niggas because we fuck bitches at work.
He tried.
He made Adoka lost his job because he was fucking too many hoes in Boston whole damn get down. He was fucking too many hoes. If you stand upright and you a big black man, you are the most desired, even though they make it seem like you not. You're the most desired.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody like us. Put us around your bitch. We're gonna have to fight the bitch out. If I work anywhere, it is my right to fuck hoes. You had to write legislation to try to stop men from fucking hoes at work. How do you do that? How do you stop people from doing what they're going to do anyway and fire them for it? Phil Jackson was fucking Jerry Buss's daughter as the coach. Would you why? Because he hung around brothers.
Hell yeah.
You know what? You didn't say
Hell yeah, Phil.
What?
Shout out to Phil. No, they ain't together no more.
No, hell, they got a new bitch.
Yeah. Do we?
Everybody get a new bitch. Your bitch don't stay with you. You get a new bitch. It
How old
don't
is
stop.
Phil? 80 now? What Phil gotta
Plus,
be
did she
80?
acquire all that?
How tall is
after-
Phil?
Wait,
6'8".
If he can still stand upright, he fucking hoe.
Did she acquire
Yeah.
all that after her dad died, or did she already have some stuff way before?
She had stuff before her dad died because that's his daughter.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go fuck bitches, and bitches gonna be mad at you. Let me tell you why bitches gonna be mad at you. Because you fucking more than one bitch. They hate you. I'm talking about your bitch that you love and care about can't stand you because you got other bitches.
This is, man.
I did a show in Vegas this week. 2 bitches I'm fucking was up there. 2 bitches was arguing about nothing. So I called both of the bitches together. Both of them bitches act like, she did this, she did that, she did this, she did that. I was like, well, what you do? I didn't do nothing. What you do? I didn't do nothing. It's chaos with the bitches. The bitches hate you for doing what you gon' do. You gon' keep doing it. You're not gonna stop. We all said Nail is a good guy. Am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, no, don't be phony. Do you think Nail is a good guy?
Yeah.
Nail fuck bitches all the time.
Oh my God.
He done fuck bitches up here. Want me to tell you why? Because he a black man who stands upright. Only thing is hairline. Well, you got about 4 more years. He said he got pretty hair.
Yeah.
Nail is a motherfucking player for life. He was brought up in Islam. But Nail can't stop fucking bitches. Who can? It's our right. They tried to come up with child support, all this stuff. They tried to come up with obstacles to stop the players from doing what we're going to do, and it's our right to do it.
How did we get here? How did we get here? I missed something. Maybe I missed something, baby. This is crazy. Look, but these a comedian. This is what they do. This is what they do. I don't know how you get to this. Let's continue.
God.
How you mad at me because I'm fucking bitch? I'm talking to niggas and bitches. How you mad at me because I'm fucking bitches? Some motherfuckers say, oh, you only fuck with bitches you pay. Nigga, I didn't pay your mama.
Oh my God.
We've been doing it wrong, though, Corey.
What, this real shit though?
Yeah.
Even though motherfuckers can jump to conclusions about whatever, this is my real life, homie. This is my real life.
Yeah.
Nigga, if you put me in a church, within a month, I knock down about 5 other bitches just praising God.
You just got to wait for them to tell their testimony. That's how you know how to get them. You used to be hooked on what? Oh, okay, I know.
What's the girl name again? Kiki or something? The ball who was with dude.
I will say this, baby. Now here I go. Let me tell you something. Them women in them testimonies, child, they be trying to. They want to tell you them testimonies for a reason. You understand? That I mean, look. There's all kind of women in the church. There's some 304s. I mean, there's some wild chicks in the church. Let's be honest. And they want to tell you them damn their testimony because they want to give you a little insight. I used to be out in them streets. Oh yeah, I was a bad son of a mother. I was getting it in. I was a hot piece. They like to tell you, oh yeah, I was a young whippersnapper. I had a shape. I had hips and I was in the street, but God saved me. He changed my life around. But they trying to let you know what they about. They trying to low key let you know what they was about, trying to offer you something, baby, on the low. Trust me, I've seen it. Yeah, they, you know, yeah. There's some stuff going on in the church. But anyway, let's continue.
Oh, the chick. Shit, man.
Abe said it. I don't know.
Man. Oh, Mika, I'm sorry. Mika, I'm talking this shit. I saw you talk. Mika. I know you know what's up. The way you left out here and you wasn't saying nothing, I know you know what's up. Work the lane. You ain't got to stop fucking with the lane. But what I'm saying to you is this. If you're looking for a real lick in life, I'm talking about some knowledge on who to be for real. Not that fake shit. Come put in work with a real nigga. Don't talk around it. And don't be shy about looking for this knowledge because I seen it in your eye. You want this knowledge. Come get it. I didn't look at you because I knew you was with the little lane. Get your hustle on the butterball, nigga. But what I'm saying that, and the reason I'm saying this, because the nigga played himself like a bitch in front of me and you. He let a nigga run up on him in front of you. In front of you. You can never fix that. You waiting to say it. Say it and get it over with. Tell that nigga. That's why Corey was going to beat your ass if you would have said that shit, nigga. Tell him so we can begin what we trying to do. I'm not saying I'm crazy about you. I'm just saying I know you are looking for some knowledge I can give you. And even after we ain't together no more, you will always be free mentally. Come get this knowledge from a real nigga. God damn it, you got to lay down. But I ain't going to take up a lot of your time. I can meet you, say you live in D.C. I got bitches in D.C. I'll go see you before I go see them so you get the best of me.
Damn. What?
Don't be scared to stand on it. Come get it, girl. I'm here for you. God damn it, I know you work that ham sandwich. God damn it, shit, I'm going to have you get some for me. Because like he said, he got money, I don't. I ain't got no money, dude. But if you got money and you fucking with me, guess what that means? I got money too, nigga.
Oh my God.
Did you see what she said? And Miss Daniels, listen. God damn it, I know what I said might not sit well because I talked about the offspring you had with that thing. I know you can make a better looking baby than that.
Listen, y'all, look, I don't care. He ain't fighting, he ain't throw no hands, but this nigga is crazy. I'm telling you. I mean, look, he like what? He's crazy. He's batshit crazy. I'm saying. Corey Holcomb is batshit crazy. He ain't look. They didn't fight, thank God they didn't. But what is this is some triggering stuff. If Mika, if shout out to Mika, because she seemed like a nice lady. I follow her. But this, you know, this is disrespectful to her, and Corey don't care. This man don't care. That's what I'm saying. Some people just don't give a shit. They're gonna say what they want. I've seen him say some wild stuff. He don't care. Now, if Anton is trying to get at that lady or was trying to get at her, this would piss you off. Like, oh damn, he went at everybody. Like, that's crazy now. Trust me, I ain't condoning it. I'm just calling it for what it is. He don't care. Let's continue.
I'm willing to show you, goddammit. I will take vitamins to make sure I shoot to the spot where the cute baby had in the back of you.
Oh no, he didn't.
Y'all come see me and leave that little runt alone. I'm the man. You won't be crashing out on the internet, Miss Daniels, talking about, I don't know what about him. I'm going to hook your wig up,
right.
and I'm going to knock it down where that other head at. This is 5150, homie. This ain't that nonsense. It's real life. Even though people say I'm joking, you know it's real. You don't have to be suffering with no little bitty man walking up to multiple men and talking about dick sucking. That's a sissy. That's a sissy. I'm telling you.
Man.
He was talking shit about you, Greg.
Yeah, he said my name. I did a few videos on him. He don't want no smoke from me.
I know he ain't gonna never be in your face. He'll never stand in front of you unless cameras are around. That's what you got to remember.
Yeah,
even though we made jokes about dude, we made him famous, to be honest.
I mean, yeah.
I'm a Christian first, man. Nigga. You a little nigga who got to buy pussy, and you are pussy because when a man was in your face, you did everything but stand on something. You yapped like a bitch yap.
Yeah.
Motherfucker be talking shit about.
Why he calling Anton little? Anton, and then Anton say he's like 5'8", right? Or 5'9", right? Why you keep calling him little? I've never seen Anton in person. How tall is Anton? Is Anton like, isn't he like 5'8" or 5'9", y'all? Let me know. I don't know, because he keeps saying little. It's very insulting. Oh my God. Let's continue.
I mean, Darlene, I see what they said. What that thing say?
All the time.
Some motherfucker say, hold on, I'm gonna show you what somebody sent. You finna laugh.
I've probably seen it.
You ain't seen it?
I get tagged about all kind of stuff and get sent stuff.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
It's all kind of videos, man.
Hey, Anton, you watching? You some real nigga shit,
You
boy.
said futon.
Futon, whatever the cake ass nigga name is. Can you read that? You need to read it. I hope you can read it, D.
Oh, brother. So that's so silly. So just
What's the
because
name on there? Okay, so what the name say?
it doesn't have a name, it just says comment 18. There's no name on there.
Comments. Motherfucker, let me tell you something. Some
I've
motherfucker,
said this before.
some motherfucker said he saw me and D at
Ruth
Chris Steakhouse.
we
They
go-
definitely fucking.
We go eat all the time. We go eat all the time. We go to the movies sometimes, even with my son. We do all kinds of family.
And that's
shit.
all true. But watch this. Hey, homie, whoever sent that with your scary ass, scared to put your face in the comment. So, nigga, you wish you was me, don't you, nigga?
You have to pay for the dinner.
Whoever you see me with,
You have to pay for
goddammit.
the dinner.
Whoever you see me with, don't worry about it, player. I can't kiss and tell for real, because that's fuckboy shit. But, nigga, I ain't gotta say it to the motherfucking real niggas out there. I ain't gotta say it. You bitch niggas guess.
Fuck.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't never been in a room with 3 bitches you fucking. Never. Craig?
Have I?
That sounds like drama to me.
Yeah, nah,
It is drama.
It is, I know,
But it shouldn't be.
I done had threesomes before, so you know what I mean.
Threesomes, that's
Threesomes,
different.
that's different, Craig.
But, you know, but I ain't did that shit where we all friends and shit. No.
I had one of my bum bitches brag to the other bitch. I bet you ain't get 200 in your cash out. I just sent this bitch a bank wire for 4 stacks. What are you talking about? You the $200 bitch. I told you you're getting ahead of yourself.
That's some funny shit comparing wires.
Right. Stop worrying about what the next woman is getting. You get what you're worth in my book. Okay? You get what you're worth. It's not a coincidence. What happened last week on the show is not a coincidence. That's me. Because bottom line, I ran up on the sucker when he sex played me. That's the bottom line.
I use that word. That's so funny.
That's the bottom line. You can say all kinds of stuff to me. It ain't gonna get me where I'm ready to go like that all the time. But you can't be no stranger coming up in here. Man, I talked to my man Macca on the phone the next day. I was like, hey, Macca, man, I'm sorry all that went down, man. I ain't want nothing to happen to that expensive ass screen. You know what Macca said?
What did he say?
Man, I made a mistake and shot my shotgun through that motherfucker when we was in here drunk one night.
Oh my God.
He said the police came. We said the speaker blew.
Oh wow.
Dog, it's real ass niggas up here, man.
can't.
He said, Corey, don't
knew that
ever let no motherfucker come in the house disrespected. And that put it in another perspective for me. But I should have known it anyway.
Yeah, but when you get flim-flammed, what can you do? You see what I'm saying?
What you mean?
Like when you get presented, when a person presents himself in one way, and you took that trust, and then
I'm looking for if it's a shotgun.
you know, they probably fixed it.
Well, they
Billy.
replaced the panel.
Yeah. They replaced.
to the contract. And whatever happened outside, you agreed to the contract.
Well, that nigga don't want to go outside. He triple south count. You know what that is?
What's that?
That's a spin. When you twirl, that
is.
nigga took a step that way and spun back around. Nigga, if you
He's like old boy on center.
yeah,
Can I at least give him money?
Yeah.
Let me in.
If you wanted to be outside,
Invite
you
me
went
in.
outside and stayed out there till you came out there.
He went outside. I told him to close the door. I don't follow nobody outside. I follow you outside.
Ain't nobody walking me in. the
You
shit.
got some of mine.
Yeah.
And he didn't have nothing of mine. Mine was right here. Because I told him to say it again.
Yeah.
So I still had my nuts. His nuts was missing. So he playing it off like, boy, I would have beat Corey ass. He was shaking. And I probably was shaking. But I couldn't believe he still had his glasses on. I was like, boy, your eye is about to eat a lens.
That is the most petty thing to just say, like, oh, that they were shaking. Do you know what goes through somebody's body when you're in that position?
Yeah.
That's adrenaline. That's, well, in his case, it could be high blood pressure. It could be all kinds of stuff.
But,
But I'm saying, it could be.
Yeah.
Shit ain't nothing to me, nigga. I finally took the phone call when somebody was like, hey, Corey, he really want to get in touch with you. So, all right, fuck it. I tried.
Yeah. Now, see, this is where I saw somebody saying, "Oh, Anton didn't reach out." Yeah, he said it twice. Anton got in touch with somebody to get on the show. Corey did not reach out to Anton to be on the show, and it's. I mean, people do it all the time. It's not a big deal. Yeah, Anton reached out to be on Corey's show. Corey didn't go. From what he's saying, he said it twice. He spoke with somebody to be on the show. Let's continue.
But I didn't put the research in to see who he was. So.
But it was a good thing though. It's a lot of positive came out of that.
Yeah, it was a lot of positive
Yeah.
came from it because I'm saying, my man Cam saw that shit.
Yeah.
He was like, you handled that shit like a G. You didn't lose it. You didn't lose it. It's good you didn't lose it.
Plus the people needed to see that, dog.
Man, it's a bunch of motherfuckers. Like, it's this comedian in Chicago. I know. Motherfucker said, yeah, but ain't none of them swing, no. And I'm like, man, if I swung, I'll be in assisted housing like you.
Then on top of that, the
And
last
people
time
are
somebody
paid for that.
swung, it wasn't you. And it indirectly
They
cost you.
cost you.
If you would have directly swung, well, that probably would have been 50.
One thing about the 5150 show, if we say it again, you better not say it again. Because don't give that nigga chance. He said, say it again. Eric's just like, blah, blah, blah.
Touch me. Yeah, don't touch me. Yeah,
Hey, man, they said, do you ever see that motherfucker on the train where he said, don't touch me. Don't touch me. And the black dude squared up on his ass.
The old white dude beat him up? You talking
No, the
about-
black man beat up the white dude. But it was just funny because when he was hitting him, his face was literally vibrating.
Oh my God.
Don't touch me.
And you got to see the one with the
Oh,
old
but I
white
see
dude beat up
something.
the black.
All right, y'all. Baby, listen. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. But listen, y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, yeah, it was just a lot. It was, you know, that was his response. He responded. Hopefully, this is the end of it. That they can move on and go their separate ways. You know, well, you know, they weren't really friends or anything. So just leave that alone. It's what's done is done. You can't do anything else about it. I mean, we're gonna move on to Anton's response because this is where people are saying Anton is going to sue. Um, I'm going to give my opinions of why I don't think he would probably be successful with a lawsuit. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But I'll give my reasons as to why I don't think a lawsuit would be successful. Um, because I also give my thoughts on what I think Anton is doing at this point because I see two different Antons. I see the first one who was very adamant about he'll beat Corey's ass, and you know he was talking differently, and he was loud, and he was aggressive. And then this Anton that we're seeing in the response, and I just have the audio. I just got the audio, and I'm pretty sure you guys already saw the video where he's talking. He's much calmer. He's talking differently. He's speaking in a way, you know, I don't know. I would call it code switching in a sense. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. I would call it kind of like code switching in a sense, you know, where you're changing your language and adjusting your language based on the situation or trying to give it a different appeal or look. And usually when people do that, it's sort of like what people do when they have when they're going to sue, actually, when you're or you have a case, you know, like when you have a case, and you change the way you talk, and also your lawyers will advise you, hey, not to speak because you don't want to see. The thing is, there's like what my husband would call a paper trail. It's not, you know, a paper trail. You know what a paper trail is, but it's sort of like a paper trail of events, though, where, you know, one thing begats another. You know, it's not just, oh, somebody just came out of the blue and just started attacking or saying things, because I think this whole the way Anton is speaking, which I'll play in a second, is almost like he's taking the approach of, you know, when he's talking about his daughter and stuff. And yeah, he was foul for bringing that man's daughter up and all of that and putting her face out there or whatever, you know, and talking the way he did talk about her and his wife. You know, I think that was very disrespectful. And in my opinion, I don't think he should have did it. But once again, you can't control or dictate what somebody else does. That's his decision he made, not mine. But I don't agree with that. But I think the approach that Anton is taking is that it sounds like lawyer talk, like, oh, by him focusing on his daughter being distraught or having emotional issues and she can't do that. That sounds like a setup for creating a narrative of possibly suing him for something, to say that his daughter was directly affected by this, and because of that, she can't do X, Y, and Z. That would mean you would have to prove that, though. You would have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that because of Corey's statements, that it has negatively impacted your child in a way that she can't do her turn. And I'm gonna play the video because I'm talking ahead. But I'm just saying this to clarify. That means that he would have to prove that what Corey Holcomb said about his daughter and his family directly impacted his daughter in such a way that she can't finish her everyday life of what she normally does. And you got to ask yourself, with lawyers present, you got to prove that just made her so distraught that she was so sick to the point that she couldn't get up and go to practice. She couldn't go do this. She couldn't do that. And it directly hindered her from being in competitions or doing certain things. You would have to prove that. When looking at the situation, my question is, does your daughter even watch this? If she's a minor, does she watch Corey Holcomb? Does she watch these videos? Because I have a 16-year-old. My daughter does not watch this. She does not watch my shows. She doesn't know who Corey Holcomb is. She doesn't know who Anton. She does not know who any of these people are. So first off, you got to prove, how did your daughter, and I know, now we're talking about social media. We're not talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z, like where the whole world know. These are not them type of celebrities where the whole world, this stuff is, you know, in a certain bubble. This is not major celebrities. So the whole world does not know these people. And And on top of that, it makes you ask, because this is what lawyers are going to deep dive into. Okay, so when did this happen? How does she know about it? You know, how does she know? Like at 16, if you're protecting your child from this type of stuff, how does she know about all these people? My daughters they don't know about none of this. My one of my daughters who edits, she edits, so she's familiar, but she's grown. My underage daughters don't know none of these people. They don't know none of these folks. They don't follow. They're not even interested. They don't know who nobody that I talk about, or we, in these, they don't know none of these people. So how does she even know Corey Holcomb? It would have to be proven that does she watch him? Does she watch your videos? All the kind of stuff that's being said. Does your underage child watch that? How does she watch? So it's a lot that you would have to look into. But anyway, I'm gonna get into the video. Zookeeper, thank you for the super chat. Says they naturally never had respect for each other. With time, should come wisdom. But these two older men created a negative space. I take about 20% of pissed off, then I'm gone from the scene. You won. Right, exactly. Thank you, Zookeeper. I appreciate you for the super chat. You made a very good point. Very good point. Yois Eric TV, thank you for the super chat. Says all fair in war. Go and sue LOL, but in less than 24 hours. Right. Now, I'm not saying he's suing. People are saying that that's possibly what he's going to do. I don't know, but he's sure talking in a way that will make you think that. Thank you, Yoix Eric TV. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it's something. It's something to that. Where I call it code switching. Because code switching it's a practice of adjusting one's language, behavior, or appearance to fit different social or professional environments. It is a practical application of several principles from the 48 laws of power. It serves as a tool for navigation, deception, or social agility. And then there's also something called play a sucker to catch a sucker. You know what I mean? Code switching is often used to make others feel more comfortable or superior, reducing their defenses by adapting your demeanor to match the expectations of the environment. You appear less threatening. And that's one thing you do when you're fighting a case, depending on what the case is. You got to portray yourself in a less threatening manner. You got to change up your whole demeanor. You got to present yourself as a more calmer, more palatable person. You can't look like the aggressor. You got to change your narrative and speak in such a way so that people won't see you as the defense, as the aggressor, but you're the victim in a sense. That is exactly what I believe Anton is doing. I think Anton is super smart, and I know he knows what he's doing. But the only thing is, there's so much of him out there being what you would is considered the aggressor. That's the thing. In order for this to work, in my opinion, you would have to have nothing. And social media is forever. Everybody, that's not going anywhere. You could delete. If some people think they're gonna delete videos, no, because you could just get the videos from somebody else. There's too many examples of situations where he seems like the aggressor. Even the videos that he posted prior to Corey responding seemed aggressive. He was saying, "Look at my hands, look at my knuckles. This is what I do. This is what we do." He would have whooped the dog shit out of him. Like, he doesn't seem like a victim. But the way he's talking in this, when you hear the audio, if you guys haven't seen it already, probably already seen it, but I'm gonna just play the audio. He's changed. His whole demeanor has changed. He's not speaking aggressively anymore. He's speaking in a way. And he's using the situation that Corey put his daughter out there. And like I said, I don't condone them bringing children into this. But once again, I wouldn't do it, but other people will. But he's using that to the point where people are not even focused. The people who are responding to him are not responding about the situation anymore, about Corey and him. They're just responding in kind to his daughter, because especially people are more people are concerned about the daughter, but you got to think, but questions need to be asked, like how did she even know who that is? How did that get out? Did y'all tell her about it? Did she see it? I mean, how would she see it? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but anyway, I want to pull up what.
Of course, I'm familiar, and of course, people were sending it to me yesterday and all of that, right? They were sending me everything that was being said about my daughter and my wife and all that.
Really?
Oh my God.
I see.
And so the thing that I try to tell people on a regular basis is this: never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, let your emotions make you make illogical decisions. We are a thinking people now. We are evolving. We are no longer subjecting ourselves to the same rules as the streets, as the culture, as the thing that we criticize the most. So
US Eric TV says, don't gotta watch for school to bully her. Right, but are they bullying her? How would they watch it? How do they know? Maybe at her school. Yeah, I guess you have a point there. So at her school, like if they know her father and they see this on social media, okay, I guess in that case, that could be valid. So I could see that. I could see that. But what I'm saying, do those kids, and I'm pretty sure she goes to a good school. Are those kids and it might be more predominantly white school, I'm gonna assume. Do they know who Corey Holcomb is? And are they watching Corey Holcomb at 9 p.m. at night? Are they watching that? Underage? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, are they allowed to watch? Because like I said, my kids don't watch none of this stuff. Even my adult children don't watch it. So what I'm saying are there some provisions or protections in place to keep her from this type of content? Because to be fair, it wouldn't just be a Corey Holcomb situation. It would be her father's situation too, because he's all over social media and I'm pretty sure this is not the only beef he's been in from what people are saying. And I mean, wouldn't she be subjected to, if bullying is the case, wouldn't she be subjected to bullying based off of her father if they're following him to see what he's into? Because they would have to follow him on social media with this and then look at it and go through all the videos and see what he says and how he's interacting and what he's saying, because he's saying some very aggressive, not so nice things too. It's not all just flowers and roses. The Anton said some real shit, and he be going at people too, cussing, going back and forth with folks. And it also it wouldn't just be, it would be all of the other accusations as well, right, of him allegedly, because I don't know for sure, having a side chick and him with all these being seen with these women. Is she into all of his business like that and knows what's going on? Because it would be more than just this Corey Holcomb incident. What, am I tripping? It would be more. There's other things that's occurred too. There's things. Did she see what her mother said on social media? Did she see the video of her father, talking about other women looking good and impossible chicks and all these different, does she know about all that? Because that's not what a child should be privy to. If we're talking about protecting children, your child shouldn't be privy to your business like that. I'm just saying. Let's continue though.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm not gonna make it a long thing. I'm gonna be very, very clear, and we're gonna move on. I'm not gonna address it again. All right. So here's the thing. Since the beginning of time, I've always, my number one thing in life, above all, when I made the decision that I wanted to have a kid, and I said that I was only going to have one kid because I wanted to make sure that I poured every single resource that I could into the kid, right? And that is the purest thing that we can do.
US Eric TV, thank you once again for the super chat. Says she almost grown, 17 going on 18. Plus, she said they teased her for being hood rich. So yeah, LOL. Yeah, but I mean, are they already just teasing her? Could we assume that she was just being teased, just as it is, that didn't have anything to do with Corey Holcomb and what Corey Holcomb said? What he said, I'm gonna keep saying, was foul, and I don't think that child should have been brought into it. But what I'm saying is, couldn't she have already possibly been teased already? That has nothing to do with this. You know what I mean? We don't really know, but Anton is gonna make it seem that way, because we don't really know one way or another. It could be, could not be. But I'm just saying, how is she, when you talk about protecting your kids, there's certain things you protect them from online and in real life too. Certain things, and certain things, because you've protected them from it, certain things they just don't gravitate to. Now I could see young people gravitating to, young stuff. What 17, 18-year-old is watching Corey Holcomb? I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure his demographics is not young teenagers. How are they interested in Anton Daniels? And even me, a lot of young people are not watching. My demographics is like from late 30s, 40, 50 and up. Like that's who's watching it. What these young people ain't interested in what we talking about, in my opinion, and from what I see. Thank you, US Eric TV. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
Is that we can take care of our children. Our children are the ones that are our future. Now, I'll give you a little bit of insight for those of you that may not be familiar with my daughter. USA team, at different points throughout the year, she's usually ranked about number 2 or number 3 in the country. Junior Olympian, probably has close to over 325 medals, of which 200 and maybe 80 of them are gold. Has traveled across the world representing our country, and is probably the sweetest soul that I personally know. Now, of course,
and I believe she is a sweetheart. Your ex Eric TV again says you'll be amazed kids talking about cracking, child. Probably maybe, but I can't say for sure that's this case. I don't know. It's a little suspect. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Soldier 251 says everyone is hood gangster until the smoke is real. Exactly. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Very good point. That is true. Let's continue.
We can be a little bit biased because all of our kids are the sweetest things to us. Those of us that are in our kids' lives and that are participating in our children's lives. But a very, very accomplished minor child, meaning that she's still a child. And one of the things I tell my daughter every single day is that I want you to stay in a child's place. I never want you to grow up too fast. I never want you to be out here doing things that you're not supposed to do, because you have an expectation on your life. And so the thing that I've always done is try to protect my daughter against the world, from the world. And what this has shown me is that eventually all of our children, and she is still a child because she is an underage child, all of our children eventually will have to see how ugly the world is. All of them. Regardless of how we feel, regardless of what happens, all of our children will have to see, we'll have to see what the world is. What we as parents are supposed to do is protect them as long as possible, until they have to see what the world does, right? So this is what I'm gonna say. My focus right now, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get into the show. My focus right now is trying to figure out the psychological damage, impact, and trauma that has been done to my daughter. I pulling her out of school, early therapy, making sure that she is protected, trying to see what the fallout will be as far as her having to be removed from some of her competitions because of a lot of different things, including online bullying and psychological damage. There's a lot of fallout from what happens to my daughter's life because she is so accomplished. She has some of the greatest schools in the United States of America that has been seeking her out, scholarships, looking for her to join the team. She is on track to be a United States Olympian. She was supposed to be possibly in the next Olympics. And I don't know how damaging this is to her psyche. I don't know. Who knows? This can be a lifetime of damage. We don't know what butterfly effect things that we do to our children. And the one thing that most fathers, Black fathers, try to do is they try to make sure that their children are protected.
Yeah, and I do believe when he says most fathers try to protect their kids, and I think that is part of being a parent. You know what I'm saying? But this is, and the language that he's using is clearly the language that any person, because Anton is very calculating, and I think he's very smart. I think he knows. I think this is a tactic that he's using. This is just my opinion, y'all. You don't have to agree, but I think it's a tactic that I've seen before. He's using this as a way to this could be grounds for suing, because he's saying, hey, once again, my daughter may be emotionally damaged from this, from what Corey said about her on this show. But he's making it, he's removing himself. It's a tactic that you use. It's centered around what he's saying, what his daughter could possibly be experiencing, or telling people this could affect her in a certain way. That's building a case. He's building a case to say, hey, what this Corey Holcomb did is affecting my daughter, because he's not putting it on him. You know what I mean? Because if he did that, then people would really be like, oh, come on now. But when it's related to a child, people automatically go in defense of the child, because we are naturally, we're defensive. We want to protect children, especially mothers and fathers. So it's like, so everybody's like, oh my God, which, like I said, it's unfortunate, but the truth of the matter is, this is going to be something you would have to prove. How is this affecting your daughter to the point where she can't go to her matches? She can't function properly. You would have to prove that it's directly coming from what this man said and nothing else. When did this just start? So when he said this, she saw this, and because it ain't that he said it, and it hasn't been a whole bunch of time that's passed. I could see if this was an ongoing thing. You're gonna have to prove that this is ongoing bullying, and he just came out of nowhere and started attacking your child. You're gonna have to, because he would have to play a part in it too. So any good lawyer is going to point out everything that transpired, not just one day 50-something-year-old man got online and started attacking my daughter for no reason, and I don't know what warranted that. And now my daughter is suffering. She's having emotional distress behind all of these comments because what led up to it. He's going to have to play a part in it too. Like, because it could also be argued that he contributed to the issues of his daughter by going on social media, going to a person's show that you weren't fully aware of, didn't know, what they was fully about. They could say you antagonized this guy and you contributed to all of this emotional distress that your daughter is having. That could be argued too, that this could have been avoided. This was not something that you have certain things on social media that could contribute to the dysfunction of your daughter as well. So, I mean, this could be, you could spin this in any way, because you're going to have to prove that this one incident caused her all of this trauma that's going to affect her for the rest of her life. You know what I'm saying? It's not that she is young, but like somebody said, she's not 3. She's not little bitty. You know what I mean? She's not 5 or nothing like that. But I think Anton is very good at creating this narrative, because people in the comments going straight to that. They didn't go, most of them didn't go to, oh my God, you and Anton, you and Corey did this and Corey did that. No, oh my God, I feel so sorry for your child. Oh my God, bless your daughter. Now it's all about God and all about the safety of your child. But where was that when you decided to go on a show with a man that says some wild shit, right? He said some wild shit, and you are aware of this, and you know that it's going to be all over social media, including on your own platform. So it's not like he's oblivious to what he was doing. And where was the concern then? As a parent, some people don't allow their kids on social media because they know the nature of social media. Some people shield their kids from the internet, where they don't allow them on certain things or programs because they know how gully and gritty social media could be. You know what I'm saying? So they keep their kids from that, passwords and all these things, or, they just shield their children from these things. And they don't participate in things that would cause an issue for their families. Because this could be related to his wife as well. Like, there's lots of things that people could say that you put out here and that you were a part of that straight directly disrespects your wife and put her at a disadvantage as well. So, but he's focused on his kid and bless them all. But it's a tactic that he's using. It's a straight tactic, a blatant tactic that he's using, y'all. And I'm, fortunately, I'm aware of those types of tactics, because it takes the focus off of him and the person that had the issue with him. And now people are just focused on the fact that, the daughter. Well, we don't even know if his daughter is truly affected by what that man said. How does she even know that man? How does she know what you're doing? How are you putting your daughter in a position to be exposed to all of this foolishness that you do online? You get what I'm saying? So I'm just pointing it out, y'all. Russell Red says, Corey did a chess move by talking about his wife and child, and we know why Corey's seen Anton going on other platforms talking about whooping him. And when a weak man talks tough, you're going to do anything to make him back his words up. Thank you, Russell Red. I appreciate you for the super chat, and thank you so much for your commentary. I appreciate you. Brown Sense One says, Corey is a clown for bringing up his kid. Anton kept the focus on him for the most part. I hope he sue his Mark AZZ for everything he got. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the super chat, Brown Sense One. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Let's see. Ezel Kenny, thank you for the super chat. Says Anton said he has a bad chick with him wherever he goes. And think I think he has an open marriage, baby. Child. I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting. Jay Freeman, Blackman, 5441. Thank you for the super chat. Says Anton went on a show called 5150, played tough, and now says he's broken. Right. Clearly, Anton don't know what 5150 means. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, you know, we talk about accountability. You have to own what you do too. You can't throw dirt and hide your hands. And that's with anybody. You know, we talk about that, being accountable. You know what I'm saying? Not playing the victim, you know, the victim Olympics. You gotta, what you say, you gotta know people hearing what you're saying. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't be hypocritical is what I'm saying. Let's continue.
That's what we do. As fathers, we don't really care what happens to us, right? Because that's just life. But we never, ever can imagine what would happen to our underage children. No. No matter what happens to us, we don't want anything. For those of us that are in our daughters' lives, we don't want anything to happen to our children. Under no circumstance. And so I don't know. You know, I think that a lot of people don't really understand the impact. And I'm speaking to all of us, for all of us. We don't always know what the impact is to our children. We don't know the psychological damage, the emotional damage, the wreck that happens in their lives when other people go after children. I thought that children was off limits, but I guess not. So my number one concern, and I'm gonna say this, and again, this is for all of the civil, awesome Black people out there and people in the United States of America that want to ensure that their children are protected. My number one goal is to always try to figure out how I can protect my underage child. My underage child. That's all I care about. I could have never imagined in 1,000 years the psychological damage and the impact, the cries that I had to hear, you know? My immediate concern was, oh my God, who do I call? But I couldn't call anybody because everything was closed at the time. So immediately pulling her out of school.
So what I'm saying is, was she watching the show when it went down? Was she sitting down with popcorn watching the show? Immediately, because it was at night. So when did she become privy to the video? Did you show it to her? Does she watch it? Your underage child watches Corey Holcomb? I'm asking questions. Because this is what, when this stuff, if he sues, these are the questions that the lawyers are going to ask. They want to know all of the information. They're going to want to know all the videos. They're going to pull videos up of Anton. They'll go back. I personally don't think Anton is going to sue. I don't think he will. But he's trying to build a case. And when you do that, you gotta understand that a lot of people are going to be implemented. They're going to pull that video of his wife talking. They're going to pull the video of everybody, all the videos he's ever posted, stuff he's ever said. They're going to the back and forth. You know, he did several videos before the guy even said anything. They could say, hey, he provoked him to that. You know, when you get into this kind of stuff, you're going to have to you have to build a case and specifically prove that what this man said, which was out of pocket. I don't agree with it, but I'm saying if we just be realistic, you got to prove these cases. You got to, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you got to prove that this man said this, which was horrible, by the way. That is the one and only thing that took your daughter to such distress. Nothing else. It happened. She saw it. How she saw it, I guess he said it was at night. So is that, you said, who you gonna call at night? It was late. So did she hear it from school or did she hear it from social media? Did they send her the video? What exactly happened? But I guess that's what he would have to tell the lawyers. You would have to tell the lawyers exactly how she came across that. Did the person directly send it to her? Did they call her out? And is this online bullying? How many times have they done this? Is this an ongoing thing? Has he just sat down and how long was the bullying going for her to have so much distress, and how much of this has been happening? Because in order to build a case of bullying or push someone to such a distressful point, there has to be a consistent level of it. Oh, this was just a one-off thing. Oh, he was responding to you and he brought it up, which was bad. But is that a direct shot? You know what I'm saying? Is he bullying your? You would have to prove that this is something that somebody, like in a situation where people are bullying you, or following you, and just for her to be so distraught and so broken down, they're gonna want to know if there's a history of this, and we know that there's no history. This is a one-off thing, responding to you, and he went gully with it by bringing in his wife and his children, which you should never do. The children and the wife should be off limits, in my opinion. But he did it, so you got to prove that this is what he's done to you over a period of time, and to your daughter. Because he's not even saying it to him. He's disregarding what was said to him, and he's disregarding what he said to him too. He called him gay. He said a lot of things toward that person too. You got to be careful with that thing. Because, a lot of times you go into court and stuff and people be thinking, oh, that is calling somebody gay is no big deal. But then there are a lot of judges that's gay. They be gay too, child. And I'm just saying, what if the judge is gay and the judge is like, oh, you called him gay, and some of these judges, they lose their mind. You got to be careful, because judge gay, you think gay is, you insinuate somebody gay and they get that, child, they might be partial to the other person. You got to be careful. So I'm just saying, it would be a lot that you would have to bring up. You know what I'm saying? And people be pulling these videos like it's nothing. They pull this stuff out, and they will look at it all. And the same way, Anton could have the videos and all of that. Corey could have all the videos and the back and forth and all of that about what he said. So you're going to have to pull all of that up, And to me, I don't, it would be a waste of money, in my opinion. I'm just saying. I think you should protect your daughters. Usually, when somebody do say the type of shit that Corey said about his family, child, nobody don't be thinking about suing. I'm just saying, they don't be thinking about suing. That's what I'm saying. This was a concerted effort on Corey's part to come at him that way, because he's pulling his cards. He's trying to see what he would do when he really go off the chain. Yeah, so I think Anton had a agenda going there. Now I think Corey had an agenda by saying what he said about his family, which was unfortunate, but I that's what I think. And he's trying to see like what you would do, Yeah. That's what I think is happening. And, I guess time will only tell if Anton sues or not. But I don't know. It sounds like that's what it sounds like. Corey is a comedian, futon going to go up to a whole industry. Good luck trying to get money from 5150. He opened up his life going against a comedian. Thank you. What is it? Catalyst Unleashed 247. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. I'm trying to make sure I said your name right, child, because I don't be like I hate to butcher people's names. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. First Class Citizen says, but he talked about our people, children, and wives. Make it make sense. Well, yeah, but he talked about other people, children, and wives. Make it make sense. I saw that as well. That's what I'm saying. All of that will be gathered. People, because a proper defense or lawyer or whoever will make sure they have enough evidence to prove their case. In order to prove the case, if this was a blatant attempt of slander or whatever you want to call it, he said some things about his daughter that I don't condone. That's what I'm saying. I think it was horrible. But still, even though most people think that's horrible, you would still have to prove a case that he blatantly just went up there out the blue, unwarranted, and just started saying stuff about Anton's family with nothing attached to it. Anton would have to be completely squeaky clean if he want to fight that, to say, because just saying, thank you once again, First Class, just saying, oh, women and children are off limits, you can't have no blemish on your record where you mention anything about women and children. You get what I'm saying? Your side would have to be squeaky clean. You can't have anything in your background that you're suing for or that you're coming against. Even though it's a personal attack for sure, you have to, if you're trying to sue, and I'm not saying he's suing, people are saying or insinuating he's suing. He never said he was suing. But I'm saying if that was the case, you would have to prove that this was a blatant attack. There was nothing attached to it. You gave no reasoning behind this, or you didn't provoke, or you didn't do anything. You know, it's just not that cut and dry. Like, oh, he said this about my family, I'm going to sue you, and I'm going to get all your money. No, it's not that cut and dry. You have to prove that it was a malicious, just straight attack out of nowhere. Like, you didn't provoke him, because he could say you provoked him. You went up and did video after video for a whole week, and he said nothing in response. And then when he did, he was pushed to do so. Good lawyers will pull all of that out. I'm just saying. Good lawyers will pull that out. It's not going to be as just cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, that's all I'm stating. You know, whether you agree or not, it's just a fact. Like you know, it's not going to be that cut and dry. A lot of things that people sue for, I'm like, you know, there are certain things that people sue for. And you're like, damn, it seems like they have a right to sue for it. And then when they get in court, they dismiss it with the quickness. Yeah, because you personally, this is why a lot of people don't sue when it's personal like this, because they know if they try to take it the court route, they may not win. And you could be, because I think Anton is smart. So I think you could have his wit and his smartness or whatever, and his method, but it doesn't mean it's always going to work. You still got to prove your case. And so I'm just saying, even with that, you got to, that's why a lot of people don't go court. When it's personal, people handle that themselves. This is why that's such a prohibited thing. This is why you're not supposed to go after women and children, because it's such a personal thing that you don't want to touch that. You don't want to go there. That's why you shouldn't. Because a lot of times people ain't gonna run to the law, the police, or the courts for that. They're gonna be like, nah, you took it personal, so I'm gonna handle it personally. And I think that's why Corey took that route. Like forcing your hand, like, okay, nigga, I done attack you and your family. It ain't right, but he did it that way to prove something. Like, oh, what you gonna do? This is how they do that. You know, I don't condone it, but I'm saying that's how people move. You can't ignore that. Is it right? No, it may not be right to you, but that's how some people do stuff. Everybody don't follow things by the book or the law the right way. People take things until they matters in their own hand. They're going to respond the way they think is valid. You don't have to like it. I mean, this is grown folks. I'm just saying, like, you know, no, it's not always right, but a lot of people don't deal in right. They deal in their feelings. Hey, this is how I feel. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just keeping it real. Like, you know, some people can't accept that, but it's okay. It's just what it is. It's not an attack from me. I'm just stating the obvious. Like, you know, these are things that you have to consider. And like I said, I don't know if Anton is going to sue or not. And I ain't saying nothing about him suing. If that's the actions he want to take to protect his daughter, he has every right to do that. What I'm saying is, when you take that route, you gotta prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you had no actions in this, that you weren't foul. So it's one thing if you throw some dirt, right, but you cover it up. You do it where nobody sees it, where you've done some foul things and nobody was privy to it. You've done it in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done it behind the scenes. It wasn't on camera. It wasn't where everybody could see, but you did it. See, you could fight that because nobody saw you. You know what I mean? If you did, and this is why I say the gully dudes, they ain't on camera. Because now you got to prove that they did. So those kind of guys, they know how to do stuff where in hindsight, or, you know, hook it up to where you don't know who did what. And then you got to prove that they did it. Now, you could know for a straight fact that somebody did something to you, but if nobody else saw it, then it's up to you to prove it, right? You still got to prove it. And if you can't prove it, they could be guilty as hell. But if you can't prove it, then you lose your case. But social media is a new type of thing because everything is posted. Everybody sees it. Everybody can pull it up. Everybody can pull all the videos up of what people talk and see your face, boom, right flat right there for everybody. You can say something, it's recorded. You know what I mean? It's documented. So it's in front of everybody. So you can't, so it'll be a little more difficult to say that with all of the information that's out there. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Yelder, I hope I'm saying that right. One says Anton don't care about the effect it may have on that child who lost their mama to Anton don't care about the effect it may have on that child who lost their mama to shots from ICE. He clearly said, F that be about her demise. Wow. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Thank you, Mr. Yelder. One, I appreciate you. I didn't know that. And see, that's what I'm saying. I don't know specifically all the things that's been said, but I know it's out there. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. But that's what I'm saying. So when you say stuff like that, when you say things that is you know, that is salacious on these YouTube streets, that stuff is recorded, it's documented. So people could easily pull all your, so it'd be a difficult case to prove that Corey Holcomb bullied his daughter and his family, and it was a consistent thing when it seems like it just was a one-off. Because Corey could turn around and say, hey, if he wanted to, he bullied him. He could say, oh, he went on a whole week of calling me names and saying I'm this and I'm not gay. That's he could say him saying he's gay, that is defamation, because he's not a gay man. Like, there's so much that's going on that's why I say it'll be a little bit difficult. If he was to sue, it'll be a little bit difficult, in my opinion. Thank you for the super chat. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a little bit more difficult. Let's continue.
Immediately making sure that I go and assess the damage, trying to figure out if we're able to get her into the same competitions. Coming up, she literally just texted me probably less than 48 hours ago. All of the different competitions that she had lined up for this year. We were supposed to go to Great Britain. We were supposed to go to a lot of places. I don't know if we can still do that. I don't know if that's possible. Because I don't know if she has the, you know, the brain isn't even fully developed. You know? Literally. So crazy. She had just sent me her pictures, her senior pictures, and she had also sent her schedule. Literally, this was yesterday at 10:22 p.m. At 10:22 p.m. Let me show you. See that? See the schedule? The tentative. See how it says tentative schedule? Leslie Daniels right here. She was sending me her tentative schedule for the calendar year. I don't know if she'll be able to do that. I've invested millions and millions of dollars into the well-being of my child. She's broken. She's broken. So for me personally, I have to figure out what that looks like. And I'm willing to do anything to protect my child, to make sure that they get the best care possible, to ensure that hopefully she can recover from this. So that's all I have to say. I don't know what else y'all looking for. Any father understands.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. I get. When I say I get it, I mean I get the tactic he's using. He's used Anton. Shout out to Anton, but Anton is a smart dude. He's smart. He's smart. He knows exactly what he's doing. And that's that. I'm gonna leave it there. I get it though. I peep it, because listen. You know what I'm saying? If you've been around certain types of people, you pick up a few things. And I get what he's doing. I get it. You pick up a few things, who from people who act this way and use certain language, and use certain tactics to push a narrative. Because like I said, it's unfortunate that Corey decided to take that route and go after his family, because the family should be off limits. But once again, you know, that's Corey, what Corey decided to do. You can't control once something is done, you can't control what other people do. This is why you got to kind of watch the people that you're around, watch the people that you want to interact with, because you just never know. You may be put in a situation to be in a situation like this. This is why I say it doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. So I know on one hand, you know, we talk and stuff, and people do things for clout or do things for money, or, you know, to get, you know, build their stuff up. But at the same time, how far is too far? How far do you go till it starts spilling into your family? Like, when is enough enough? When is it not just about money and clout? Because to me, money and all that is not everything. You know what I mean? You can make money, but you ain't got to try to go for the gusto, especially when it starts to spill into your family life and start to affect your family. No, that's when things have to stop. But will it? You know what I'm saying? Will it change anything? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and also on top of that, in my opinion, you have to shield your kids from social media. I don't care, 16, 17, 18, much, you know, like I say, you know, I don't see most kids interested in this kind of stuff. My grown children they don't want to hear this kind of talk. They don't want to hear nothing about, they're not trying to be in relationships right now and get married and all that and go back and forth with what they would call old people, because young people are a trip. They don't really be caring about old people business. Now, if it's Kai Cenat or somebody like that, the young people, the streamers, maybe. But they don't be really into what we got going on, when we talk about the manosphere. These young people ain't trying to hear all this shit. They don't really be into all of that. They don't care. So I'm saying, I don't know too many young people who are into, you know what I'm saying? Like, into all that, like young people, they trying to go and do what they do. They ain't out here trying to listen out all these old people on social media like that. So I don't know, you know, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, I remember, what's the guy name? MABW. Shout out to MABW. Was talking about, Kendra Sleeves. He called her Kendra Sleeves, child. Talking about her suing him. He's allegedly, he said it. He said she went and tried to sue him for slander, defamation, said he was stalking her and all of that, and it fell through. Because the thing is, she tried to make it salacious. Again, she tried to make it salacious. She tried to make it look like it was more than what it was, but didn't realize you got to investigate that. He has a lawyer. They got to look into it. You just can't make up accusations, or I'm just saying, in that case, and make up somebody stalking you and doing all of this, and then you got to prove it, or it will be thrown out. You can't just, whatever you put out there, you got to back it up with evidence and proof. And in order to have proof, this is why sometimes people will kind of put you in a position, how they say, y'all know how they say, if you're dealing with the feds, they don't come at you right away. What do? They build a case, right? So they build a case. So they watch. So if you're committing some type of fraudulent activities or doing certain things that they know are illegal, and once they once they find out about you, what they do, they don't just come grab you up. What they do, they sit back and they build a case. They build a case on you. So what they do is they monitor your fraudulent activity until they have enough information and they have enough for the case, so that by the time they're ready to come get you, guess what? They already know you're guilty. So that's what you have to do with anybody, any person that's trying to sue. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to build a case. It can't be just, and you can't be the antagonizer, or you can't be involved. You gotta really prove that you're the innocent party, that somebody just started. That's like with online bullying and stuff, or bullying in general. You gotta build a case that this person is constantly bullying you over a period of time. Like that would be a smart way to do it. Build a case, as opposed to going with little evidence, because then you risk a chance of it being dismissed. So you got to prove that kind of thing. You got to prove that somebody had a clear agenda and they kept doing it till it drove you to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that has to be. But, overall, like I said before, I think this whole situation could have been avoided. I think two successful men could have handled it better. You know, a lot of times we come on these panels and platforms and we talk about being able to have a difference and communicate effectively with each other without it going to blows. It seems like we all still need a little more work. I'm just saying. In my opinion, everybody is easily triggered. Everybody, you can't even have a difference of opinion about anything. Everybody's emotional. The men and the women. The men talking about the women, we talk about the women and their faults and their flaws, and they don't know how to do this and that. Clearly, there's a lot of men who are in the same boat as the women, to be honest. And we got to call that out too. You can't have a difference of opinion with a person without it being all coming to blows. Like, come on. You're not able to effectively communicate to that person, hey, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you said. But you know, hey, we could work through it or whatever. Let's really get to the bigger picture. Everybody need work. This is why I say everybody is a work in progress, because it ain't just women that need to work. Apparently, it's men that need to work too. We got to stop with this. Oh, women are emotional and men are logical, because a lot of men aren't logical from what we're gathering. They're emotional too. So if you're gonna be in your feelings, but call out the feelings of everybody else, know that you gotta figure how to navigate that. Or it's no point in trying to say, oh, women are this and they're the problem, when we see a lot of men are still got some things they need to work on too. This is why I say everybody got to work on themselves. Brian Chapman 8133. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Brian. I appreciate the generous super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So everybody got to work on themselves. Hell, ain't nobody got it all together. Nobody is perfect. Everybody wrong. Everybody got flaws. Nobody is perfect. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got to work on themselves. Nobody can really judge the next person, because everybody got issues. Everybody is emotional. Everybody in their feelings. Hell, because clearly there are men who in their feelings just like the women. So nobody is different, right? So yeah, so that's what this proved, in my opinion. We all got work to do. Nobody is exempt. Hell. Oh my God. Everybody got some work to do. You can't have a conversation. You don't know how to, hell, nobody is innocent. Everybody is guilty. Everybody is guilty. Yeah. So I just think, everybody, this is just show that everybody got some work to do. That's all. Put in the work, And it look, this goes for Anton, Corey, and everybody else. Nobody is exempt. Nobody is God. Nobody has it all together. Nobody has all of the answers. We all got to work on ourselves. Hey, I say it all the time. Here, I learn something new every day. I always got to work on myself. Shit, I know I'm not perfect. My husband would tell you that. Shoot. But he loved me anyway. But yeah, we all got work to do. Nobody is perfect. So look, if anything, I think we need to take away the fact that this is a teachable moment. Learn from it and move on. You can't go backwards. We're not gonna keep bringing it up. It's all out there now. Hopefully, Corey can move on. What he normally did. Anton gonna keep moving on, because Anton it ain't stopped no show. Anton, Corey, Holcomb, and everybody else still working. It don't stop no show. So it is what it is. Move on, learn from it, and hopefully you grow. Hopefully everybody can learn that, hey, listen, this is why I say, if you don't think that you could deal with somebody foolishness, if you don't think that my shirt is weird. If you don't think that if you know that there's a person that y'all don't really have nothing in common, right? And y'all are on the two opposite, ends of the spectrum, then why go subject yourself to something is gonna clash? Why subject yourself to something it's not gonna, it's gonna be an issue? And if you don't know how to navigate that properly, then it's going to be an issue. Then don't do it. Because, you know, when we talk about debates and stuff, I've seen some successful debates. Hell, and one of the most successful debates that I've seen was with Anton. That I was straight up, because like I said before, the stuff that Anton said in that debate with that Yada guy, what his name? Yada Arisen or something. What's his name? Yada something, Yada Rose or Yada them Road Rise or something shit. I don't know. When Anton did that debate with Yada Risen, baby, I was straight I mean, everything Anton was saying was on point. See, I'm with you when I think you're right, and I'm not with you when I think you're wrong. And it could change. It's no all here or all there, because I'm just listening to what's being said, and some things I agree with, some things I don't. When Anton was, and there's a lot of other videos too where Anton is talking about relationships and stuff like that. I was right with him, right there with him. When he was debating that was a real debate. I think they did an awesome job. That's why I say I don't know what this Corey Holcomb and him thing was supposed to be, but when he did that debate with the Yada has risen or whatever his name is, what is his name, y'all? I always get it wrong. I thought Anton was on point, and I saw a lot of people on the Yada side and a lot of people. I was straight like Anton was on point. I was with him on that because I don't agree. That's what I'm saying. That's another thing. I don't, in general, agree with the Yada guy too much. He said a lot of things that seems very simpish to me. But hey, once again, like I said, I saw his family as a beautiful family, beautiful wife, beautiful family, and that's a blessing. But I still didn't agree with a lot of the things that he was saying. I was more geared toward what Anton was saying, because he was making sense to me. So yeah, so so it just depends, I don't think people, you got to have your own brain, your own mind, everybody can think the way they want to think. Everybody ain't on this goddamn, what they call it, what you call it when you on a this train of just riding a train of somebody. No, that's stupid. You got to have your own mind and think the way you think. I don't have to agree, but you can be civil about it. We don't all, we ain't, what y'all say, we are not a monolith. Is that what that means? Everybody ain't the same. And I think the moment, and this is why, if we got men who don't understand that and can't wrap that around their brain, how do we expect the women to get it? And this is another thing, and I'm going to talk about this more because, y'all know I am in support of men, the men who doing it right and on this, and support men in their efforts and what they do. But at the same time, every man is not the same. So I'm not going to treat it like that, because I think there are clear examples of men who don't understand the very things they're expecting women to understand. So if you are men and you're expecting women to get in line and understand the nature of men and how men move and what they do, when you don't even have control of yourself, and you don't even know how to move, direct and guide yourself, how do you, now you gotta start asking, okay, well then, damn, how you think the women just gonna fall in line if the men ain't even in line? If the men don't even know what they're doing, they can't even regulate their emotions and their feelings themselves. Now, I know it's so cute to say, oh, men are logical and women are emotional, but clearly there are some emotional men. You don't know how to regulate your own feelings and emotions. So how do you think the women gonna do it? So that is a real thing. We got to start acknowledging that now. We can't just be one-sided now, because that would be just stupid. That means you're just saying some shit just to be saying it. No, you got to look at yourselves too, because women are watching. This is why it's so easy for a lot of women to just call men bitches and simps and sassy, because some of them probably are. And this is not even an Anton or Corey Holcomb thing. It's just in general. If you can't have a civil conversation with a person without it going to disrespect, that says a lot about your emotions and your feelings as well. So, I mean, and if we see that, and every time you have a disagreement, you're crashing out and going personal and attacking people and doing all this kind of shit. How do women, we watch that? A bunch of women are watching that. That's why a lot of women are like, oh my God, yeah, Corey may have taken it too far, but it had already gone far from the beginning. it was already not a good look from the beginning. It wasn't a civil, up and up conversation from the beginning, completely, and and you got to be able to regulate that. If it's going left, bring it back. Don't let it just sink. You could bring it back. Hey, if you get out a little touch, because we all human, bring it back. All right, okay, you ain't mean that. All right. They shook hands and squashed it and brought it. Like, why bring it back? Like, that's an issue that needs to be fixed. If you can't regulate your emotions and your feelings enough to just have a conversation or a disagreement and say, okay, well, look, I can't convince you otherwise. Let's move on. Then that needs to be worked on. Somebody said a referee was supposed to be, you need to have somebody there, because otherwise it's always going to be a mess if people don't know how to regulate their emotions and their feelings. First class citizen. I truly believe AD was projecting when he calls people. I get what you're saying. Remember, he was blushing when he had Fleece Johnson on his platform. He also was bluffing on the 5150 platform when he asked Corey Holcomb to come out. That's crazy. That is crazy. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Captain K Man says, F you, cybersecurity 3 said, thank you, Lady D. Thank you, Captain K Man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, it's, yeah, it's crazy though. It's crazy. But, once again, let it be a teachable moment. Let it be a teachable moment. And, all you can do is learn from it. Hell, we all make mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. And the whole point of making a mistake is learning from it. Not that you don't make other mistakes, but you're supposed to learn from them. Learn from your mistakes and you grow. That's it. That's it. Because you can't go backwards. You can't go backwards. So I'm gonna leave it here, you guys. We passed the 2-hour mark. Dang. I try to at least give y'all 2 hours because that's decent in my opinion and for my time. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who stopped by, everybody who's watching, everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you continue to support the channel continue to support the channel by watching the videos that are posted on the channel, y'all. Hit the like button on the videos, leave a comment just to let me know it's real. Also share if you can, turn on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new content or go live. All right. So I appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to all the ladies and gentlemen in the building. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Just to continue to support. I will try to go live more often. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is really my actual live day. So I probably will be back tomorrow. I'm not going to say for sure, but make sure you have your notification bell turned on so you'll be notified if I do. But I want to, I should be, hopefully I'm back tomorrow live. I'm going to try to come live, go live at least by 1:15. You guys, my usual time. So make sure you are, tuned in for that. But once again, I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all stay tuned for more. Y'all be safe out here in these streets, and I will see you later. Mwah. Bye.
It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. I hope you enjoy the show. Like, share, subscribe. You know it's a vibe. Like, share, subscribe. 'Cause you know it's a vibe. It's DeeDeesReactions. Tell a friend, it's DeeDeesReactions. It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. Later. It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. I hope you enjoy the show. Like, share, subscribe. You know it's a vibe. Like, share, subscribe. 'Cause you know DeeDeesReactions. Later.